This game is brought to you by AT&T, mobilizing your world. You see them all over the stadium, cell phones.
That's right.
Is that an old man thing to say?
Cell phones.
Welcome to day 10. You realize we hit double digits today?
You added it up?
It wasn't that difficult. I really did it on my fingers while I was walking. Like, all right, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Today is Tuesday.
All right.
Deuce.
That's right. Day 10 of our Cowboys training camp road trip in the DZRV. This is the Dumb Zone. I'm Dan Mattel.
Jacob.
I'm Blake Jones.
Also, Rob Chickering is running the tech today, so complain to him when something isn't to your liking. We are broadcasting live from inside the DZRV, the recreational vehicle. Phil, the Hollywood P1, as he has been known for many years, is sitting alongside us. Matt is our driver.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. The MVP.
Greatest driver. He's so awesome.
The season's not over yet, but we know.
Right.
I did kind of want to talk about how great Matt is for a moment. Like, number one, if you need a driver,
Call
across
Matt.
country, Matt, he's just your guy. Also, some people are aptly named. Like Jim Bob Cooter. He seems like a Jim Bob Cooter. I knew a guy named Steve Cook. He was one of the cooks at Bob Evans. Like, his name was Cook, and I was always like, whoa.
My mom's maiden name is Polster, and they worked in upholstery.
Polster, really? So
yeah, like they worked in like outfitting. Sorry, I think I have COVID.
God damn it.
I know.
If anyone was going to do it to us, it'd be this guy.
Can he give it to us again? What
Probably.
if you actually think you have COVID, what if you weren't here?
I know.
I got masks in my bag.
I'll wear one if you want.
I do.
Right.
Just to have Jake on the... You want black or you want blue?
I don't care. But I definitely
Black would match your fit. Oh, no, I only have black or white.
Don't say fit.
Is that your extra toothbrush?
Yeah. I hide it in there.
That's a
In your
backup.
backpack?
Just in case Jake uses mine.
Yeah.
I got white and black.
I don't care. I'm sick.
Well, white has the two straps that go all the way around. That's a beating. So
Just whatever.
It's
Just give it to him.
just for
He's
you.
breathing on me.
let me give him the black.
Okay. Hold on.
See, I always use black because they say once you use the black one that you enjoy the black one in the future as well more
Yeah.
than the white one.
But you're saying driver Matt looks like a Matt.
No.
Oh.
I'm saying he's not aptly named. His name is
Oh.
Matt Grimm.
Oh, okay.
Yet, I found him, like, he's
Sunshine.
not overly cheery.
I'm not going to wear this.
He lasted 1 second.
Yeah.
The health of your friends and coworkers doesn't matter to him at all.
Care.
It's not happening.
And then he's gonna get
Dude,
on.
I don't know. It's not cool.
Then he's gonna get on a plane.
I'm not going to get any tail that way.
Tail. Uncle Dan.
Jesus Christ. If we all have COVID,
It's very, very possible.
I would like to file a complaint to HR.
Doesn't exist.
what if you just leave? Phil will fill in. You're leaving anyway.
Just leave.
Anyway, Matt is not grim at all. And he's
No.
not overly bubbly either. You don't want that.
He's a perfect balance.
Yeah, but he's never in like this pissed off mood.
No.
And I like him because he just got his own bit. I don't know what it is. I kind of ask him sometimes, and then he starts telling me.
He
I'm
always
like, I don't understand.
seems busy and working.
He likes to stand and work. Like he has made his workstation in the kitchen, which is great because he's also the cook.
Yeah.
He made me some salmon last night for the last 2 days of our trip.
What a guy.
He has a little corner of the kitchen set up his laptop is up high. He's like it's a standing desk, and he's always doing business. He's doing something. He's like flipping around web page. It looks like there's a bunch of numbers and he's like, oh yeah, I'm trading this and it's options and but that means blah blah blah, and then I can get 5%. But if I do this, it's going to be 25%, and like either way. And I'm like,
what?
I'm just nodding like I would love to do that as well.
Yeah. Did you see Trey Lance? He sucks. Yeah. That's all I got. I can't. As soon as he says options, I'm out.
And let's give you some more positives about Matt Grimm and how he fits into our group. He'll eat at the same place every night.
Yeah.
Happily.
Yeah.
Like he wants to. He's like, yeah, I don't want to go anywhere else. Let's go to Spencer McKenzie's.
Do you want to give your burrito count?
Me?
Yeah.
I've only had like 3 or 4.
I think it's 6.
Is it 6?
Yeah, I think it's 6.
We've been there.
I've been counting.
Oh, well, you've been there as many times as I have.
One less because me and Video Man slummed it down to Malibu for the media party.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I have 6 burritos in me.
So I've had 5, which is not. I'm right behind you, but
well,
yeah.
Matt's been there one more than me, I think.
So he's at 7.
Yeah, he loves that place. Matt also though, so when back home, I will make my lunch every day. Actually, just 4 days a week, but it just feels like every day. I'll have broccoli, rice, and a salmon. And it's just easy. You don't have to think about it. It's kind of healthy. So it's like, okay, at least one meal that I'm ever having is going to be good.
Kind of.
It's healthy, yeah.
Yeah. I just mean give yourself some credit. Like, that's a super healthy lunch.
But it's only 4 days a week. It's not like Matt preps every meal.
Yeah.
And every meal is the exact same. So his breakfast, lunch, and dinner are all like meat, rice, and broccoli or whatever.
Avocado.
It's his personal mix.
Correct.
He likes green beans or something else that sucks.
And his wife, something else that sucks.
Yeah, his wife does. Yeah, so he says we'll spend like 5 hours on a Sunday just making meal preps for the next 3 weeks, and then they freeze a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And they eat the same breakfast as lunch as dinner.
That
is impressive to me, psycho to some.
They're way more ready for the apocalypse than I am. Like, if it happened tomorrow, I'd have no game plan, no idea.
Well, I have a lot of toilet paper and paper towels in my garage.
Yeah.
Triple ply.
I'm set with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Got a lot of White Claw.
These Bud Light Lime. I think it's it's basically a question of, like, what are you alive for? Because to me, I'm like, I want to taste some different things.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's also like, are you trying to stay alive longer? So you might have to just not eat different things. Yeah.
Like, you could definitely do that way. It'll probably make you live longer.
But he does save money, and he does travel a lot with that.
So have you hooked up with
money.
a couple different chicks when you're out here, or do you just have one girl? This is my argument with my wife when she complains about me eating the same thing every night.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I say, well, I just have you. And
I did.
I am tired of it, but I'm still just staying with this.
I got my hair cut yesterday out here in Ventura on my walk home. And the guy was like, who normally cuts your hair? I was like, well, I got a lady. Big fan. But it's a different zip code. He was like, ain't that right, brother?
What does that all mean?
Like, what I'm saying is, like, Victoria might be upset if she knew that somebody else cut my hair.
Oh, okay,
In the same way that your lover might be upset if they found out that you were taken with another lover. But he was just like, bro, you're right here. It's all good.
Do you want to tell everybody about your new haircut? Are you pleased? Because last night you couldn't shut up about it.
Yeah, it's a good haircut. It's a good haircut. Blake, thank you.
What?
For giving the up and down approval.
Yeah, I agree.
I went to a place where there were no whites or females.
A black barbershop?
Latino.
A Latino barbershop.
Ventura, that's much more your likelihood of outcome.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just listened to them talk shit for 45 minutes. It was fun.
Cowboy fans?
No, hate the Cowboys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because, that's it. It's one of two outcomes, right?
I didn't know any Latino football fans hated the Cowboys.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though, is that it's either – I just mean in general, you either love or hate the Cowboys.
Okay.
And they were like, no.
Go on.
Fuck the Cowboys. I don't care. Whatever. But, yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, so we dropped off Jake at the Vons where I saw the gallon bags of feces.
One more thing. Saw a couple people shooting up.
Oh, nice.
Behind the Vons.
Did you jump in?
No, I didn't.
Time me off, bro?
Probably near where you saw the poop or the piss.
Yeah, okay.
But they were like huddling over each other, and I'm like, it's pretty obvious.
Were you wondering about the sanitary nature of how everything's going over there?
I wasn't.
Hey, do you got a clean needle?
I'll go in and get some soap. No.
Did you try to save them?
No, I did not.
Just dudes or?
There was one woman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And?
I've
been here a long time. Well, you just had your family here, too.
That's right.
So
yeah.
you might have had that. So
that's
when you were
not a bad neighborhood.
Oh, yeah. No, it's a nice area. In fact,
And
that Vons is really nice.
Yeah.
Like, it's way nicer than the other one.
Yeah. I bought some green juice, and then I walked out, and I saw 3 people.
That's the fun of Southern
Raking
California. You might
I suppose so. Yeah.
You might run into a crypto millionaire, and then on the next block over.
Sure.
So when you were gone, yeah, we dropped you off and thought you'd be home in just a little while, but then you were gone a long time. We were very concerned about you.
I mean, we talked.
And but so Blake's got so many bits going on. We need to talk about some of Blake's bits on the road here.
Okay.
Number one, and I do have an email regarding this, it is your obsession with this water. So what water are we dealing with here?
Whenever I travel west, I see this in Colorado, I see it in Phoenix, Scottsdale, and then here in California. Their water is better. And it's called Arrowhead. And to me, idiot brain just thinks like maybe there's a difference between mountain water and our lowly spring water. But I think it tastes so much better than Ozarka does at home. It's just a little more crisp, and it could just... There could be no difference at all. But at least in my mind, it is worth hunting down Arrowhead water and taking as much back as I can.
Okay, so now you're setting... You're already responding to comments because you're talking differently than you were talking yesterday. But when you said it could be the same, I will read an email from MJ who says, Dan, was listening to the show. I heard y'all talk about the White Olympics, and Blake brought up water. As a water connoisseur,
Shoot.
Fellow connoisseur.
I agree with Blake that spring water is superior. Where Blake has it wrong is that Arrowhead is special. It's literally just Ozarka. Ozarka, Arrowhead, Poland Spring, Deer Park, etc. are all Nestle brand spring water and are all just labeled differently by region.
Damn.
Ouch.
Please make fun of Blake for me.
Why are you telling me this? Like I look
The
forward
more you
to
know.
I look forward to like one that's like one of 5 things I enjoy in life is just a bottle of Arrowhead water, and if I want to think it tastes better than the rest, then so be it.
1 of 4
It's not
now.
hurting anybody.
1 of 4 now.
Also, there's 0% chance he could tell the difference between any of the Nestle waters. I would go as far
I'll
to
call
say
bullshit on that. You want to line them up, I'll tell you the difference.
that he
We're
couldn't
gonna.
tell the difference between spring water, artesian water, or purified tap water.
Test me. Bring
Thanks for listening to my spiel. Would love to talk more water sometime.
That's probably not going to happen.
Well.
If I had to project it out.
We had H2O. We had the best numbers ever.
I'm going to ignore I heard that and just think Arrowhead's awesome.
You're supposed to ignore the comments.
Bottled water company ordered to cease using mountains.
You can't use the mountains?
No.
That
The
hurts.
mountains.
That does hurt.
Yeah.
See, I just pictured in my head they were going up to the top of the Rocky Mountains and just putting a little cup there.
Nope.
And then
Why would you go
bottling
to
it
the
for me.
top? There's no water at the very, very
I don't know,
top.
just leave me
The
alone.
bottom.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'd go somewhere in the middle.
It's pure.
No,
up there.
but okay. Well, this might. The reason you now have to believe it. Tell Jake, tell the class what we're doing here. Like, oh, how about this? Take off your headset and walk into the bathroom. Is it in the bathroom?
It is.
And tell me what's in the shower.
So while Jake
is now walking over into the RV's bathroom, of course.
What?
tell the class what you saw.
There's probably 6 or 7 24 packs of Arrowhead water in there.
There's 8.
8.
He bought those last night. I thought you had another like 4. Are they still
they're
back
in
at the room?
They're in the back bedroom.
Oh.
And if all goes well, I'll get 8 more tonight.
So his goal is to mule back 20 cases of Arrowhead water because they don't sell it in Texas.
Why 20, you ask?
And apparently they're going to stop making it.
I assumed 20 is about the weight that Jake was on the way out. Because
You
when
don't
he
wanna
said
slow it down.
when he said, "Oh, you're muling all this water, that's going to cost us in gas," I was like, There's no Jake on the way back.
I know, but I had projected the costs without Jake in here.
Yeah.
I did that calculation
Oh, you did?
of, yes, the gas savings. So you owe the
Okay.
company.
All right, I will.
No, why 20, though? Or tell them why you're bringing all this water back. And why in small bottle, because you could have bought big bottles.
Yeah, so here's my con. There's a delivery company that will bring you or deliver the 5-gallon waters, and that's what I have in my water cooler at home. Is the big 5-gallon.
He has a big water cooler in his gaming room.
But if we're to look at price per fluid ounce, it costs way more for that delivery company to deliver it and all that other kind of stuff. Vaughn's is running a deal. If you buy 4 cases of the 24-pack, it's $4 per case.
Oh, so regularly $4.99.
No, regularly it's like $7.49.
Oh, okay.
Down,
$4
down
per
to
case.
$3.99.
All right.
He saved 16 bucks.
Quite a deal. However, I did not know about the California recycle tax.
Oh.
So they will charge you up front like $1 something per case, and if you return all the bottles, you get that money back. But I won't. So it ends up being a little over $5 per case, but still, if you're looking at price per fluid ounce, still a better deal.
But, so he's got these big, giant 5-gallon things for his water cooler. He's got to individually open every bottle and pour it in there.
And I'll do that when I get back, yeah.
How many bottles fit into one thing?
It's like a case
4.
and a half, so we're like 33 or 34.
Oh, okay.
What a beating.
What a beating.
Think of the but it'll be worth it. Think of the payoff.
To who?
I'll have crisp, cold Arrowhead, and if I want a tea or an instant coffee, you just hit the hot water button, and I got hot Arrowhead for my coffee. I'm gonna be set for the next year, and I'm gonna feel great. My skin's gonna look better. I'm gonna be happier. I'm gonna live longer.
That's hilarious.
But then I'm not looking.
So you're
for
barely saving any money, really.
It's
Like
like
overall,
$5.
$20. Like $5 per 5-gallon thing.
Yeah.
You're saving
saving a
$20 to
little bit.
mule 20 case. That's 20 cases that you have to go to Vaughn's, buy,
No, that's
take in the car,
what I was
take
gonna
it
say.
back to the thing,
Put it on a plane.
put it
No.
into here,
Excuse me.
just load it all up. That's 20 times you're walking out of the store, then picking it up again, putting it in the car, picking it. It's a lot of lifting.
The biggest beating will be when we drive across the country, get back to South Lake, no telling what time, and then now I've got to carry 20 of those cases and somehow fit them in my car.
But you planned that.
No, I know. I will make it happen. And if I have to borrow a little bit of your garage for a little bit, I can make multiple trips.
Okay.
It's going to be so worth it.
Although
If
if
y'all
you
wanna
leave
come
some in
over
the
and-
garage, what if I just take a bottle or two?
That's fine. I can pay my tax or my tariff.
Because I knew, like the other day, you bought like 4 of them 3 days ago, 4 cases or whatever that first day.
Yeah, as soon as we hit.
And then I was at home in the evening, and I wanted my my night water.
Sure.
I like to have a night water. If you get a little thirsty when you wake up at night or something.
We're all familiar.
Anyway, so then there was no water bottles. There was only like 2 core water bottles or something, and I'm like, I think these were bought special, like by Rob or something. I didn't want to take someone's special water bottle.
Yeah, that's apple cider vinegar.
In those core water bottles?
Yeah.
Oh, good thing I didn't take them.
Yeah, that's Matt's stuff.
Okay, I almost took one and let's use this. But then
Yeah.
I'm like, there's only 2 of them.
It looks like piss.
Okay.
Kind of tastes
It's
like
not water.
Too.
Anyway, but then I was like, where's all the water? I thought I could just grab a nice mountain spring water, but no.
They're in my fridge in the
Where do you guys
garage.
fall on like?
Oh, that's right. He's got his own fridge.
That's very true. We talked about this the other day, but like, where do you guys fall on the people that tell you, no caffeine after noon, no screens after X, and one of them is like, no water 6 hours before bed. Like, I just can't do that.
When's the last water I usually have like a full drink of water?
I know when mine is. When I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
Probably 3 hours before.
I always take some water to bed.
Yeah.
I'll have a sip before bed, but about 3 hours. 6 hours would be good if you could pull it off.
Do you
But then where are you
I
supposed
can't.
Do you wake up in the middle of the night?
to? No.
See,
I do
think
now.
That's too. Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if I was waking up to go pee, then maybe I'd rethink, but that's not a deal. It's not an issue
Just
right
wait.
So,
Yeah.
like I said, Blake has lots of bits going on. You have to know this other one, too. So speaking of his room, it's a garage, but
now. It's a nice garage.
it's a nice garage. He's got his own room. He has to sleep on a couch where he has to kind of curl up a little bit. So
It's okay.
It looks terrible.
He actually doesn't have to sleep there,
It's
but
catching up to me, but it's okay.
fantastic.
We've got 2 days left.
2 days left. And then 2 days. We're going to try and make the trip back in 2 days.
totally possible.
Okay.
Well, we got to get Dan up early, though.
What's the leaving time? 5:30?
Has Matt told you yet?
What's he going? Matt's the kind of guy who wants to leave at 2 fucking a.m. in the morning.
I think he would like to leave around 5.
5?
Yeah.
At
but
7.
think it's 7 Dallas time.
I know,
Just
that's tough.
Think of it like that.
I can do it. We might have to make a potty stop
Yeah,
like-
we got to get at McGriddle.
real early.
It's
Ugh.
fine.
Jeez, oh, Pete.
You hush, Idaho man.
Fuck you.
So in that garage, though, one of the reasons he likes it is there is a big screen TV,
Yeah.
and he's got a couch and a nice little table.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime I walk by there that he's not working on the show, which is very rare, he seems to be over there
Grinding.
cutting social media clips, and
Beating.
like I hear a lot of stuff, our voices coming from in there, and that's tells me I don't want to go in there. But I'll see him on the couch occasionally, just staring at that TV, but with something in his hand. It is a game controller, because he brought the brand new college football game, EA Sports, and he's just been bitching about it.
It is unplayable at the moment. They released a patch to kind of fix some things, and the pass blocking is ridiculous.
So what needed fixed in the first?
They wanted to.
There was too much offense, right?
Yes, there was too much offense, and so they tried to boost the defense a little bit, and then they made the O-line insanely terrible.
So at first it was 50 to 40 games.
Yeah,
and now
and-
he's playing
and see,
9
that's-
to 6 games.
And that's a weird thing is like I watch college football all the time. September, October, November, December, every single weekend, and I'm like, where are all the 9-6 games?
They shouldn't have touched it.
This is unrealistic.
But Dan is, I
It's
think,
fucking college football. Nobody can tackle.
It's a
Nobody can
video
hit a
game.
blocking assignment.
it's a video game too.
It takes 3 people to tackle anybody in the open field. Like, the game is realistic. The people on the opposite skill side suck.
But I think the part that Dan is enamored by is how they can update the game in patches. Like every few weeks, the game changes.
We talked about this. God, it sounds terrible. I think it's COVID. Kanye actually did this with, I think it was Life of Pablo, where he put it out and then
Yeah.
over the next month, 2 months, he would patch in improvements.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, he would
Yeah.
change the lyrics and he added a song or
If
two.
people didn't like something or
Oh, wow.
whatever. Yeah, so
Yeah, I
the
remember
art
that.
is not the art.
Can we do that with shows?
Yeah.
Like go
I
in
don't know
there
how
and
much
improve
better
them?
it would
Other
get, but-
podcasts do.
They
That's what
go
we've
in
heard.
and change their old podcast?
Well, they'll change like ads and take out sections and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, the new Madden came out last night though. That's
maybe if I needed
pretty good.
a better retort to something, can I add that later?
Sure.
Okay.
New Madden?
Yeah, new Madden is good. So far, so good.
Like a 99?
98.
Okay.
And then Zach
What was that,
Martin,
the glory year?
97.
Oh, Micah.
Yeah.
Yours, his overall.
Ratings. Yeah.
But yeah, playing with Colorado right now, as I'm trying to play with Shador, a.k.a. the Cowboys' next quarterback,
Hell yeah.
it's not going well.
We've decided that's going to happen.
Okay.
So Deion
leave
will
for
be the
one
next
day.
Cowboy coach,
Yeah.
and they're going to somehow work it like the Browns scammed the NFL and got Bernie Kosar back in 1984. We all know that story. The Cowboys will somehow, through the supplemental draft or something, get Deion's kid,
Shador, yeah.
and you'll have a nice quarterback under a rookie contract. You'll lock up Micah and CD long term. Probably even pull the trigger on another trade. You know, get another big name wide receiver.
When you
in
say
here.
another, do you mean like
A trade, yes. Yeah, that's going to be great next
that
year,
sounds
man.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm
just
excited.
Love
realize,
it.
don't get upset this year when things go wrong.
No.
Okay.
We'll have the opening press conference, State of the Team with Deion Sanders.
How great would that be? You guys want to hear Deion?
Sure.
From
let's do it.
we can call this sports because I think Deion is involved in sports.
From the wonderful world of
What do I got?
sports.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
So yeah, it was Colorado Media Day the other day.
Yeah, like my first question was like, why?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, they did one back at like summer or
What's their conference?
Big 12.
They're in the Big 12 now?
Yeah.
All right, so they did Big 12 Media Day.
Man, I feel like that was like 2 months ago, right, Blake?
The media days?
Yeah.
It was like, wasn't even that long ago. Either way, they did that. But now they're having their one just
Oh, when
Just them.
in Colorado, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, when we played the Gundy audio,
Yeah.
that was from Vegas, the Big 12 media days.
Yeah. It's just weird to me that Deion is like, all right, let's do 40 minutes right now.
I might have a reason for it, but we'll get to it.
Okay.
So this is. Well, anyway, we'll start here. This is a very friendly start. You might have seen a couple of clips of this
Sure.
going around, and there is some contentious back and forth with Deion and the media. But it doesn't start out like that.
All right, let's do what you came to do. Let's go. First question.
Hey, Coach. Jake Schwannis,
My
DNVR.
man.
How you doing, Coach?
Excellent.
This time last year, you were recovering from some surgeries.
Surgeries.
So I was just wondering,
Okay, so he's going to ask him about his foot surgery and all that kind of stuff, as you know.
Yeah, also, like the guy said, surgeries.
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 Well, you will find throughout this he wants to go back and forth with the media.
Yeah, and
it's like he
command
loves
the
doing
narrative. Yeah.
it. But he's talking about his health.
I think I got a total of probably 40 stitches in my groins last year at this time, one on the left, one on the right, to get the blood clots out. But we're feeling really good. I'm walking or running, lifting every day. I'm going to have my sexy on by the time the first game is hell. So all my...
Yeah, so you just have to know that he will have his sexy on if you were concerned. Like we were concerned about Jake walking around yesterday. Was he fine? Is he okay? Is he shooting up?
Does he have his sexy on?
Don't be concerned about Deion.
But do you remember how bad he was walking last year?
Yeah, that was tough. It was mostly golf cart.
Yeah, and even on the sideline, he's just limping around like crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think his sexy was on at that point.
Wasn't.
No.
Mid at best.
So this one, somebody had asked. Anyway, he's answering something.
It all starts with Rob, though. Rob is doing a great job communicating and getting these guys on the same page and having input from everyone. Great question.
Hi, Coach.
Okay, so great question.
Yeah.
And so it made you think, well, what? What was the great question?
Hi, Coach. Adam Wilson Tiger, 24/7 Sports.
247.
I don't think we've had a chance to talk to you about Damian Lewis yet and being your new defensive line coach.
Right.
Did you have a connection there? What does he bring to the staff?
Everything.
Okay.
That was the great question. So if you're looking for how to get
A great question.
curry favor from Deion,
Yeah, that's it.
that's the kind of thing you want to ask. Now he's talking about some transfers, I believe. And I think this one went viral a little bit. Tell me if you think he's throwing shade at the University of Pittsburgh coach.
It's unbelievable. The pass rushers that we have is, Mr. Hayes and Okunlola. Did I say that right? Scared me. I can't believe it. But first of all, I want to digress a bit and thank the head coach from Pittsburgh for really preparing those young men for us. He did a great job. I love those two young men. They're really great players, and they're going to be pros. And I heard that someone took a shot at one of them verbally. So Mr. Hayes just wanted me to make sure I add that in for him. But
Okay, so I don't know what that's about. If there was, obviously, there's things going on online that we are not aware of. Deion seems to be aware of all of it.
Yeah. J-Kid
Deion-
style.
Huh?
J-Kid style.
Yes.
Yeah.
Deion is very, very aware, as you will find out throughout this.
Yeah, that's a little bit weird. I do recall a couple years ago there was the Jordan Addison case with Pittsburgh. Do you recall? Like he won the Biletnikoff
And
then just bounced to USC
Yeah.
immediately.
yeah.
Like, and Pittsburgh's coaches were pissed off about it. Like, you
Okay.
know, we can't compete. But I don't know. The Buffaloes went 4-7 last year, so
That's it?
yeah, I think so.
And they
I mean,
started
they came out hot.
3-0.
Yeah, we were
or
like
3-1
playoffs?
or something. Yeah.
Can he be in the playoffs
It
in
was
his
a
first
TCU
year?
game,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then they just kept losing.
Yeah. One more short one before we get into some real contentious stuff. This was just kind of funny to me.
Hey, Coach, RK from DNVR. Just curious, you know, we know about Travis and Shador, and those guys are balling, but any players that maybe don't have as much
Ballin'.
fanfare around them that are really
That's why.
yeah.
Yes. We know those guys are balling. I mean, totes. Okay, now let's go to a
I
long...
see on their wrist.
This cut's going to be longer.
Okay.
And it feels like, I think the way this starts is Deion's getting combative for no reason at all.
Hey, Coach. Arnie Stapleton from Associated Press. You've bolstered your offensive line here in this second season.
what does bolstered mean?
You beefed it up.
Because I mean, I don't know all that bolstered stuff. I never used that in a sentence in my life.
All right, you beefed up your offensive line in this offseason.
Beefed up.
How do you sort of microwave
Improved?
that chemistry?
Improved. How about improved? Let's say that. We've improved our offensive line.
Okay, how do you get that?
Like, what's the point? Why? Why are you doing this? Like I said, this is a long cut, so maybe I should...
Well,
slow
hold
it down.
on. The reason for doing it is he wants them to play on his terms. And that's it. You know? Like, he wants to drag you over to, now you're on my field. And you will speak in my terms. And now that guy's on his back foot already over nothing.
Over nothing. He's kind of like, it's a positive spin.
Hey,
Hey, you obviously your
you're
offensive
better.
line's better. It's
What is
bolstered.
It's just an ego play.
Well, we're going to get a lot of that.
Our offensive line.
Okay, how do you get that? Everybody talks about that. So, you know, the five have to work in unison, and the chemistry is such an important thing.
What is chemistry? You guys use it all the time. What is it? Yeah, you guys work together. You don't like each other, most of you. You love each other. No, you don't. You definitely don't love the guy back there. Y'all can't stand him. But you still work together. You get the job done. We generally have a love and a admiration for one another. We really do. Whether you throw the word chemistry out or not, everybody keep throwing that word out. Some of you don't even have chemistry at home, but you go there every day.
Yes, he's trying to. I'm in charge of this conversation. That's a good way to put it, I think.
Yeah.
That's the end of that question, I guess. Next guy.
Eric Christensen with CBS Sports Colorado.
CBS,
Tyler,
I'm not doing nothing with CBS. Next question.
Joe Rigo, my
Ain't got nothing to do with you. It's above that. Ain't got nothing to do with you. I got love for you. I appreciate you, respect you. Ain't got nothing to do with you. They know what they did.
I'm here in Denver, not national.
You are who you are. CBS is CBS.
All right.
Joe
Ain't
Rigo,
got
my
nothing to
last
do with
split.
you. I respect you. That's why I told you that. I'm looking you in the eye as a man. I respect you. I got love for you. But what they did was foul.
Coach Joe.
So I'm not sure. Maybe you can find out real quick, but I think they ranked him as one of the worst college football coaches. I don't know what it was. You know, it was one of those.
That's what a lot of people thought, but they also, I think they reported on either Shiloh or Shadur's bankruptcy case. Like he owed a ton of money to like a security firm or something. But whatever. I mean, they're just doing their job.
Right.
They're reporting court records, like
And
things that
that's-
are in the news.
That's CBS. Wherever it has nothing to do with this guy.
And that's why he said, he was like, I'm in Denver, dude.
In Colorado, like they work for it's like if you work for, some guy at Cumulus San Francisco did whatever. Or if you said because of the Dan and Jake thing, I'm not listening to my station in San Francisco, or I don't know. It doesn't make any sense really. Well, anyway, let's keep going.
Again, I'm going to ask for a timeout. My thought would be, I think it would be really hard to be like Nick Saban or et al. And know about what CBS Sports is writing about your team.
Right. How does
I think
Deion...
this is such an all-consuming job that it would take so much time, effort, and emotion that to go up to a press conference and be like, CBS, no. I just think that's like a recipe for failure, personally.
Coach Joe Rico, my last sports radio, the final word. I'm talking about the trenches. The trenches are where it starts for me in football.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of great skill
Just
positions.
for me.
We need to know.
Me personally, I'm a big uglies guy.
The trenches are where it starts for me in football.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of great skill position players out there last year.
That was the easiest thing to acquire.
Right, but we know that they work together, right?
That was the easiest thing to attract in your first year because that's my position. So when big fellas see a lack thereof, or they see a quarterback that can really spin it, now they're prompt to come. Now they see a difference in the linebackers in the secondary. Now they're saying, okay, well, shoot, we got the line now. We're going to score some points. So we got to go there to be relentless on the defensive line side of that. That's why we got all the pass rushers, because when you sit and interview them and talk to them, you say, well, you're going to be up by 14 in the fourth quarter. It's going to be a wonderful thing. And you may have some pass rushers coming from a school that was down 14 in the fourth quarter. And why would they want to stay there? Because now they don't get to utilize their gifts. So you got to understand the logic of everything. Everything is right on schedule as we play.
I love it.
Thank you, sir.
And I do believe this year I'm on record with 8 wins.
Amen.
Yep.
Only 8?
My God.
Good.
What a kiss ass.
Hey, Coach. Matt Smith, 104.3 The Fan.
How you doing?
Good. Happy birthday.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, my. What is this?
By the way, I got you on record for I'm on record. 8 wins.
8
bro.
wins.
Hey, Mr. Deion.
Hey, all right.
I love you,
First of all, happy birthday.
Yeah.
God, that's so bad.
Thank you for having us, Deion.
I mean, for me, football, trenches.
I mean, I'm a guy who just wants as many star players as you can get. That's me.
There he is in the flesh.
There's Matt Grimm walking in if you're watching us on the vid. Oh, look at Jake.
I told him not to bring it.
He's going to let you not go in there and interview Cowboy players.
Not Matt Grimm.
The great Matt Grimm. Wow.
What a guy.
Up in the MVP thing.
It's untouched.
Where was your press pass?
On the counter. I left it here on Friday. I won't leave with it.
Let's continue here. This is a little confusing. We were listening to this on the drive down to L.A., actually, on Sunday, and Rob pointed this one out, which seems to be a contradiction. So he's going to say one thing, but then does he contradict himself? Let's listen.
Well, uniform.
Oh, okay. So the question is, I didn't leave the question. They have new uniforms, as everybody does, right? But they have a new uniform color scheme and all that.
Well, uniforms don't win or lose games. They just enhance the look.
Okay, so do you get that main point?
Sure.
Uniforms are nice, but they do not win or lose games.
Right.
Well,
they enhance.
Uniforms don't win or lose games. They just enhance the look. They just sells more, help provoke sales more, selling more merchandise. Everywhere we've gone, we've always enhanced the look. From high schools to several different high schools to college at Jackson, now here. So not only the uniforms, the cleats that match the uniforms, those are going to be suitable as well. So these kids, these young men, are going to have a wonderful look. They'll model you look good, you feel good, and then consequently they play good, and that's what we're aiming for.
Okay, so wait, at the end then, if you look good, you feel good, and then consequently you play good. So uniforms do perhaps contribute to winning games. But I'm sure that's not the most egregious contradiction that Deion has ever made. This, 16 minutes and 30 seconds into a half-hour or so press conference, could be the reason you say, why is he even doing this at all? Is this an actual question, or was this put there on purpose by Deion's people?
Coach Prime, Alex Ramirez, Mile High Sports Radio. This is a non-football related question. I recently had a medical condition, about 2 months ago, and thank God I had Aflac. All right.
What the motherfuck?
Are they inserting ads into press conferences now?
Okay.
I feel like if they are, you'll remember where you were the first time you ever heard one.
I've literally never heard anything like this in my life.
About 2 months ago.
Hold on. Not thank God I had insurance.
Right.
The specific carrier.
But if we are trying to get on Deion's good side so that later in the fall when he's calling on people and he's passing over the CBS guy because,
who covers you?
It's the Aflac guy.
Amazing.
It's Hot Spice.
And thank God I had Aflac. All right. And, no, I'm serious.
That's a good one.
You're an ambassador for him, a spokesman for him. How important is it for everyone to have Aflac as part of their lives?
Oh, dude. No, that's the question.
Skip.
That's the question? Aflac. I thought it was like an intro.
Unreal, man.
It's the intro and the question.
You believe in the gaps that we can't cover. I mean, Aflac is phenomenal, but not only are they phenomenal to people like you.
Yeah, you want me to keep going? Or
No, I want you to throw your computer into the sun.
We have press conference premium where we can skip these ads.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
Jeez, man. That's
Aflac. Is that going to be a deal now?
Dude, it might.
For real?
I don't know, man.
Why not?
That's a great question.
Coach Sean Keeler, the Denver Post. Happy summer, my man.
Okay.
We're doing happy summer?
Already gay.
That guy.
And then keep going.
Coach Sean Keeler, the Denver Post. Happy summer, my man.
You don't like us, man. Why do you do this to yourself?
Okay.
Come on.
You don't like us.
Mark likes me, by the way.
Huh?
Yeah. Mark said he likes me.
No,
so
but
that's
you
one.
don't.
Pause. I assume that's the SID, right?
Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like he's saying that like somebody got me in here and we're cool.
Yeah, and apparently this guy has written, I'm sure since Deion comes in, you're going to have your pro, your column, your
I read
against.
a couple of his comments, or of his columns, and his comments were basically like, Deion's a problem.
Yeah, this is probably the most combative.
The Barry Horn of...
Yeah, whatever.
Colorado Springs or whatever they are.
No,
So
but
that's
you
one.
don't. Why do you
That's
do
one.
this, though?
No, sorry. Two-parter if I could.
No, I'm
Football
serious. Why do
question.
you do this? Like, you know you don't. Like, why do you do this?
No, it's not about that. Football question. Football
No,
question.
why do you do this? Like, it would be hard for me to really engage in someone I don't like or something I don't like. I'm just asking why. Like, why?
Gotta pay
What
the bills,
did I do?
You didn't do anything. It's not about that. But this is a football
why?
question.
I'm asking you why.
Yeah, you can answer, but that's
Okay,
not
answer
germane
me.
to this.
What?
Yeah.
Because you want me to answer you. So can
Yeah,
you
okay, that's fine. That's fair.
Why?
Why? Because I have
Give me
questions.
your why.
What's your why? What do you want to know?
Why do you always on attack? Like, what did we do?
Where am I on attack today? Where am I on attack?
Yeah, I'm not gonna give you opportunities to be on attack. But I'm asking you why. Like, what does it do for you? Like, what happened?
It's not about me.
But what happened to get you like this?
It's a good question.
No, I'm serious. Because I want to help. No, I'm serious. I want to help. Because it's not normal.
We can talk about that.
Okay.
Can I ask you a football question?
No.
Seriously.
No, we talk about that. When we talk about that, I talk about that with you.
Can we ask you a football question, please?
When I talk about that, we talk about that. We can talk about that. Let's go.
Is this the Brad Sham?
Hmm.
Oh, birthday plans.
Very Brad Sham. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess my thought is he's pretty much been able to play on his own terms for his whole life. Right? But he doesn't do like the Irvin thing of being humble. Like, you can't hear Michael Irvin talk for more than 3 or 4 minutes before he's like, and I made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
But with Deion, he doesn't really do that. Like, he presents himself as impenetrable, impervious to criticism. It's just like, I am God. Like, without like the humble underlying thing.
Yeah. No.
Which is why I find Irvin like a much more, I don't know the word for it, but I just find him more warm.
Palatable.
Palatable is probably a way to put it. Like, I know that he's faking a lot of it, but he seems like in
it does
touch with
seem
himself,
genuine.
Whereas Deion
even when
is
you
just
run into
like
him
on another level.
He's very, you're either with us or against us. And it's the same thing, trying to get people on his side.
Yeah.
Of
Everything is just, Brett Chip is against us.
But where you might play diplomat and just answer the guy's question or just, play the game, he's not going to put up with it.
No. Well, there's Deion audio. We'll continue to follow the story of Deion at Colorado.
Next year?
I've got them for 9 wins. What?
Next year.
Oh, next year's Dallas Cowboys head coach. That's right. I keep forgetting.
It was your idea.
Blake came up with it, and I'm in. I'm all in. I'm all in. That was my Jerry. Later we'll do Fake
Dude,
Jerry.
that rocked.
Fake Jerry will be calling in to the RV and seeing how we're doing. Do you want to do... So here's the thing. We have to do... we have Hawk to a Girl.
Okay. Yep.
We got Baseball Blake.
Mm-hmm.
We got a little Cowboy on-field stuff. We'll work that in sometime today. You want to do Hawk 2 before we get to a break today?
It's a lot.
It is? What do you guys think? Or should we save it? We're trying to juggle a lot of things out here because we have to get out to practice as well. How's that looking? Have we gotten any reports from anything breaking up? Okay.
No.
I say let's do Hawk 2 a Girl.
Okay. Let's go.
So, ladies and gentlemen.
The Dumb Zone presents
Last Week.
Today in Twitter.
Yeah.
It was last week in Twitter.
It was. Yeah, I mean, I guess my thought is I'm happy for Hawk to a lady. Haley.
Haley Joel.
Not
whatever
Haley
her
Joel
last name is.
Osmond. Haley Joel Tua, yeah. It's kind of like we talked about this a little bit the other day, like kind of like with Danielle Bregoli. She had some minor C titties that I believe she got augmented a little bit and then made $1 million a month on OnlyFans because there's a lot of horny dudes out there.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I recognized Danielle Bregoli whenever I first interacted with her as, like, this person's a dirtbag. These are the people I grew up with. I knew what she was going to do. The weird thing is the Hawk Tuah girl, really not that trashy.
No.
Like, she got hammered and went to a country music festival and made a joke about spitting on dick when she gives head. But she's like a relatively normal person.
Yeah, and in fact, what she's done after that little bit of fame is shown that kind of like she hooked up with some kind of a documentary-style filmmaker, and they're doing like a little. She's like this hometown girl that's lives with her grandma, or just.
She does live with her grandma because her mother is a crackhead.
Oh wow! I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to move from rural wherever, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia.
Want to say Tennessee,
Kentucky, Tennessee. Okay,
but they're all the same.
That's what I mean. It's over there.
So, as part of this, like I suppose, publicity tour, I don't even know what to call it. She went on Bill Maher's podcast. Now, there was a time when I was. It's a very good question, Blake. There was a time when I was a kid where I thought Bill Maher ruled.
I think we all did at some point.
The late night ABC show, you're like, you can't say that anywhere else. I just thought that was cool.
Yeah, politically incorrect.
Yeah. And it was like, oh, this guy's willing to say that, like, Bush sucks. And I was at that time, But as he's gotten older, he has just become such a weird, like, microcosm of the, like, neoliberal, centrist, white male left. Which is like, he just bitches about, like, oh, you can't say this or that. And it's like, why don't you just try to be funny? But he can't. Because the only thing he ever did that was funny was, like, saying retard.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate the bit, too, and that's why I think we both like Shane, is that
he could be funny without that.
But he was canceled, in a way. I mean, he had a big thing, but he doesn't talk about it. Like, he doesn't then base his whole act on, you can't say this and you can't. He just says it.
Right.
And if you don't like it, then you just don't like it. And whatever happens.
And
but
along
Bill
those
Maher
lines,
is, like, a lot of his thing now is...
it's kind of like Chappelle, too, but... The other thing about Shane is, like, I feel like he grew up in a situation very similar to what I did. Whereas Bill Maher just presents himself now as, like, the most elitist Hollywood person of all time. So, Haley, Hawk Tuah girl, was working in Tennessee at a factory. And this is simply inconceivable to Bill Maher, who for some reason had her on.
Because there's, like, so much I would love to know about being a 21-year-old girl.
Like what?
I mean, first of all, you're adorable, you're cute.
Creeped out already.
Yeah.
Right there.
What's he, 60-something?
At least.
It's just the way of the world. I mean, you got the world by the balls when you're... What? Okay. But, like, your day-to-day before this happened was, like, working in a... Where'd you work?
A spring factory.
Oh, spring factory, right.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't nothing bad, though. It's not like a normal factory you hear anything about. Like, it was really laid back. I enjoyed it there.
Yeah, but it's still a fucking factory. I mean...
Yeah. They got the bills paid. That's all that mattered. I didn't mind getting up going to work every day.
You know where, like, 40% of Americans work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A fucking factory.
Yeah, it's not very...
He's like, God, that sounds awful.
He's 68, by the way.
Okay.
If that makes it
and
less,
never
less
like
creepy.
Moved a rock in his life. Dude, people work in factories.
Yeah, like, oh my God.
Like, she's a much better representation of American life than he is.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
She's like, yeah, I don't know. I go to work. It's cool.
Yeah.
Like they give me a check and...
Would I choose to work there if I could do anything?
Yeah, and he's like...
Well, no, because now I've got fame and I'm now doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah, but he's like, a factory? He thinks he's a much bigger deal than he is.
So I have to put her in that pantheon. I don't get Michael Jackson also.
Yeah, I like Michael Jackson.
You like him? Who doesn't?
Yeah, he's got good music.
Oh, yes. Unconventional babysitter.
Great job.
But,
where do you come up with this shit?
Where do I come up with this shit? You are adorable. I don't know. I should be a comedian.
And you just say it so casually and it goes right over my head that I'm like, wait a damn minute.
Yeah. Well, you heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
After a while, pitiful.
After a while, pedophile? Is that a saying?
He's a creeper, wasn't he?
Yes. Well, I mean, do we have...
But then again, he's like one of the only ones that got caught doing it, kind of like R. Kelly. Like, who don't we know about?
Thank you, Haley.
All right.
That's an incisive point about the music industry and the entertainment industry at large.
But yes, he is the...
Oh, yeah.
I am a comedian.
Yeah.
I mean, you might look me up.
Yeah.
These two people couldn't be further apart from each other.
I know who I would prefer to hang out with, though.
Was she smoking
while,
pot? Because I
pedophile.
thought one of the bits, like, they wouldn't let Steve-O on the show because he wouldn't fire one up with him. No, Steve-O just didn't want him to smoke in front of him. And
So
Bill
she
Maher
had
said that's
like
a deal breaker.
a high noon, like a seltzer.
Okay.
But Bill Maher was definitely smoking.
Yeah, that's
She
like
was
his
not.
bit.
Yeah, I guess. Cool.
That's how you stay young, yeah.
Anybody whose bit is weed, gay.
Because there are a lot of really
What about
serious
Cheech?
issues. I mean, there's one that's related to what made you famous.
Yep.
Yep.
What? What am I going to say? You have no idea what I'm going to say.
I don't know. I don't know where this is going. I'm kind of
Okay, I'm going to
nervous.
tell you where it's going. You learned that thing about spitting
Hmm?
from porn.
Okay, so before we follow up with this, so what Bill Maher wants to do is he wants to provide like a critical culturalist assessment of how culture has moved more hedonistically, like left, I suppose. Dude, I've seen cave sketchings of gangbangs.
Like, it's not porn that
No, like
necessarily
people have been
talk of
like,
that.
where can we put this in that, and as many of us as possible?
Yeah.
Forever. Like the Egyptians were like, what if 10 of us had sex with you at once?
Right.
And then we draw it. This has been going on forever.
Right. There are
But Bill
criticisms
Maher-
of porn that are realistic, but
Yeah, no,
Yes.
and I don't want to totally
But just in
discount
the,
that. Like I think
yes.
it can be damaging for the individuals involved, but the idea that
But
you
we've
know,
always been kinky in a way.
for sure,
yeah.
forever. But he wants to like frame it
It
as
was actually missionary until 1987.
What
For
happened?
everybody, yeah. And then porn.
Oh.
Like porn went to DVD.
Yeah, you would just look someone in the eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where that came. What? You did. Maybe not directly, but trust me, like that, the idea of spitting, first of all, it's gross. It's
No, it's
not
not.
necessary. It never existed before porn.
How
Do
can
you
you know that?
Yeah, you can't.
Right.
Nobody was ever like.
I interviewed
"Oh,
my
this is
great-grandma.
dry." This is- What'd you do when it was dry?
They would go out and
But a lady never
they'd
spits.
milk the cow and make butter and then use that.
Right.
Do you know that? Do you realize that?
Yeah.
And porn is not benign.
Oh.
It is not. And it has warped the minds of the kids in your generation, especially the guys.
Yeah, they come up with some sick shit.
Again, I would tell you, if you study anything about the history of sexuality, people have been doing very, very weird stuff for a very, very long time.
But porn has probably expedited it, where a person.
I think it transfers
Made
into
it more
younger
mainstream, yeah.
and to younger people than before.
But we talk about these like rich elites that are sick of missionary. Then they're sick of one girl, then two girls, and that's
Right.
why they.
And they're sick of girl.
People over 21.
Yeah, but then now these people that are watching these videos probably get to that point a lot quicker now.
Yeah, again, there are negatives, but yeah.
Also, like, it's just, you know, to tie it all together, it's just very funny to me that this woman is like completely unimpressed by him, doesn't care that he's like Ivy League guy, and she's just like, whatever, dork.
Yeah, someone just said, book me here because you got a big
Yeah,
following.
and he's like, you should know who I am. And she's like, I don't, and I don't care. Okay, this is the last one, and this is a banger.
Do you listen to a lot of rap?
Okay. This is something that a lot of people do. I definitely have done it, but I think people in the South do it more, which is they hear lyrics to songs and never really look up what the actual lyrics are. So, this might be the best case of that I've ever heard.
Do you listen to a lot of rap?
I mean, here and there, like old rap, though. I don't listen to much new rap.
What's old to you, old rap? To me, it's
Let's
like
see.
Jay-Z and Tupac.
Okay, let me tell you something. First of all, Bill Maher, that's not old rap. Old rap is Grandmaster Flash, Run DMC, Cool G Rap. Jay-Z's still putting out albums. That's not old rap at all. Tupac, mid-era.
Okay.
Do you
Sugar
feel like
Hill
he's
Gang.
a guy, though, that really has a grasp on
He thinks he is.
the history of rap?
He thinks he is. Old
I
rap to
know
me
I'm
is Tupac and
not.
Jay-Z. Tupac and Jay-Z are not old rap.
Yeah, that's when he was 50.
Yeah, that's like contemporary rap, not new.
No. You've heard of Jay-Z.
Yeah, and Tupac. I've heard of both of them. I just
Oh.
don't listen to them like that.
Yeah.
Besides that one song Jay-Z's in. He's like,
You ready? This is New York State of Mind with Alicia Keys.
concrete jungle, wet dream, tomato. About New York.
Wet Dream Tomato?
That's not really what it says, but that's what it sounds like, and that's what I know it by.
Wet Dream Tomato. That's
Concrete jungle, wet dream, tomato.
Wait, I thought he's into Jay-Z.
I mean, but that's been going on for a very long time where we hear lyrics and then we think.
They sound like something else.
I thought he's
Building your own.
I thought he's stoked on Jay-Z.
No, he's correcting it, but she's kind of right. Like, I'm going to play it for you guys now.
Okay.
I thought I was.
So he's saying those are not the lyrics?
He's correct.
Okay.
He's correct. He's just also saying that Tupac is old school rap, which
Okay.
it's verifiably not. But you know the song we're talking about, right? Can you hear it in your head?
Yeah, the New York thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where dreams are made of.
Concrete jungle where dreams are made of, not
Wet dream tomato.
Let's see if we can find it.
Even if it ain't all it seems, I got a pocket full of dreams, baby. I'm New York, concrete jungle,
Wet dream tomato. You're in New York.
What are they really saying?
Concrete jungle where dreams are made of.
Okay. Wet dream tomato.
And to her, it's just straight up.
Besides that one song Jay-Z's in. He's like, concrete jungle, wet dream, tomato.
You're in New York. These streets will make you feel brand new.
Yeah, I'm back in a little bit.
Dreams are made. New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. Nothing you can't do. You're in.
I can't hear it anymore.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. So, like the synopsis of it is like he spent a whole hour thinking that he's way more famous and influential and impactful than he is. And he's like, "You follow me, kid. You're going to go a long way in this biz." And she's like, "I don't know who the fuck you are."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, you will." I'm like, "I bet you won't."
Got some viral clips.
Yeah, a couple.
That's all we're about.
But she seems cool. That's my hour 15 minutes on the RV review. She seems cool.
Very down to earth.
Yeah. Can't book her yet.
No.
It's like Baker Girl.
Another 5 years or so.
Yeah, give her some time.
Shovel Girl.
Yeah. She'll be back. All right, there's Hawk Tua Girl. I think we should do a cowboy transition right now. Let's play a little of our cowboy audio/video because so every day when we're out here, this year it's been very unpredictable. And I suppose in past years when we work for a radio station, we're just on noon to 3 and that's what we do. Now we're trying to work ourselves around the Cowboys schedule. And so that's why we're putting out the sods a little late some days, maybe even a little early some days. I think tomorrow might be exceptionally late because we are going to broadcast from the tent. And they have just yesterday afternoon, I believe, announced that they're changing tomorrow's practice schedule. I guess they got they liked what happened with the Rams mock game last week because you mock it. And they're going to do it again, the exact same thing. So they must have decided this. Maybe McVay and McCarthy. I wonder how that works.
Fly on the
is
wall,
it just
right?
those two guys?
Yeah.
Just say, hey, that was really good the other day. Yeah, it was really good the other day. You know, we should do that again sometime.
Like a second date.
I mean, why not this week?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You free?
What's our schedule? Hey, Tad, come over here. What's our practice schedule? Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna do a walk. How about Wednesday? Yeah, we could do it Wednesday. Sure.
You don't live far, do you?
I bet it's more of like McCarthy and McVay. Yeah, let's do it again. All right, figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not like, hey, can we do this?
No,
They're like,
right.
we're doing this.
Yes, make it happen.
Execute. Yeah. Probably.
That's interesting. And when we were talking to Brandon Aubrey the other day off the record, I guess, but we didn't have a microphone in his face, he was saying, he was like wondering, was it Brandon Aubrey who was saying, what are the Rams players, like, where are they changing? Where are they? He's like, I feel sorry for them. I don't know where they're going. Like, they kind of were in uniform and hopped on a bus. Like, is there a local hotel that they're going to? And
have the Cowboys done this with at someone else's?
Not to my knowledge.
Because teams have always seemed to come here.
Raiders
Yeah.
were a big one.
Oh, they've never gone to Raiders?
I mean, they may have. I
Okay.
just don't recall.
But
yeah.
Jared would want other teams to come here to get people here,
Yeah.
spending money here.
Yeah.
So that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I wonder if they get a little taste.
I think they get
Stan
the whole
Kroenke.
taste.
No, the owner of the Rams. Does he get a bit? Hey, if we go up there, because it's going to be packed. Last week on Rams Day, it was packed. It was insane.
The one day it was packed was Rams Day, which will probably be the case tomorrow.
Rams house.
Yeah, whose house is this? Is the question we'll ask. Well, anyway, so every day
Speaking
we're
of
at
the Rams.
Like, we may have to pause in the middle of this if we hear, hey, Cowboys practice is breaking up. We got to run over there and get a player or do something, just see what's going on. I think we're good, though, for another hour and a half.
Should be good for a while, yeah.
Yeah. But just said all that to say one of those days that we ran over there, we were talking to in fact, we were talking to Brandon Aubrey, and he was lamenting how it must suck to be the Rams and this and that. And talking about how he's, heading to Dallas. Like, right now, he's back in Dallas, possibly a new father. Not sure on the exact timing of all that. But we were, like, waiting for Bones. John Fossil, the special teams coach, who we love.
Once a head coach of the Rams.
That's right, for interim head coach during a Hard Knocks year, right? Or Hard Knocks in season or something?
Yeah.
Is that the Jeff Fisher year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
What a year that
7
was.
9 bullshit.
And it was so funny when Bones had, like, he knew he wasn't going to be named the head coach. And he was living
running
out,
and gunning.
He was living out his
Yes,
fantasy. He was like,
100%.
his family was there posing for pic. Like, he didn't care either. And anyway, but we couldn't get him because he was kind of running around. Apparently, he was playing with Brian Anger's kids.
Yeah.
It was like Family Day last week.
Banger.
Oh, Banger?
Banger.
We know him as Banger. But, yeah.
But, I hate Family Day.
I know.
At training
you
camp.
mentioned it several times.
Why are we at training camp? To bond, to focus on football.
Why are we on the RV?
Hey, my gosh, I've been here for 2 whole weeks. I need my whole family here now. Back in my day.
It might just be like a memory, like that the kids can bank. So
Cool. So you want that and $10 million? How about I'll give you $10 million to play, and you play football, and you can make your memories elsewhere. Can we do that?
Yeah, I mean, you drive a hard bargain.
Okay.
But
Anyway.
push come to shove, yeah.
I'm not a fan
suppose.
of the family.
He was
being out here.
actually pissed off.
I don't think it should happen. I think they should be focused on football when they're out here.
You think Belichick is running Family Day?
No.
Yeah, no, he's definitely not.
No wonder
hooking up
Cowboys
with
haven't
a
won anything.
chick
Dude, this is Camp Cupcake.
40 years. Okay,
What they have a day off? How many days off are they going to get?
all right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
the point was that Brandon Aubrey, he knew we were waiting for Bones, And all of a sudden, Brandon, we look over and Bones is walking up with Brandon. Like, he went and got him for us. Like, hey, stop playing with these kids.
Yeah.
Come on over here, talk to my guys. And so that's the setup for us talking to the new special teams, not the new special teams coach, but the special teams coach. And that's where we play it. Yeah, that's the intro.
Hi,
How you
guys.
doing?
So a couple things here. We're asking people to sort of settle debates that we've had on our show.
That's
We
what I'm
disagree
talking
a lot.
about.
Our chemistry is
Okay.
so great.
I'll be the tiebreaker.
That's right.
Okay.
Where do you fall on when it comes to parking? Do you back in?
Yes.
Every time?
Not
pretty
every
much?
time.
As a matter of course, you're backing in.
Yeah, if I got some time, then I'll back in. If I'm like, zoom, I gotta go, then I'll just zoom right in.
He backs in every time.
He would call you an a-hole behind your back.
I would favor backing in as long as it's not disrupting flow behind me. You
No,
know?
it never does.
Okay, so yeah. So, tiebreaker, I'm backing in 6 out of 10.
Okay. When you're at home, let's say you have to go number one. Do you ever sit down?
If I'm at home?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
See, that's where we-
I have a wife and 3 daughters, and
That's
they
what I
kind of
said.
are like, hey, you need
can
to
just
sit
hide.
down. Yeah,
You can just hide in there for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's part of it too.
Yes.
Yeah, like,
Okay, so
I'm gonna take a little longer on this.
I'm also a house full of girls. Also, you never leave the seat up.
That's right.
That's
Never
a good point. Yeah.
Never a problem.
Yep.
This is
so
our
there's
guy.
no disagreeing on that. It sounds like.
Well,
Okay.
they think we're like
Yeah.
ladies because we sit
Yeah,
down.
I know.
Like, that's what
Yeah.
it's for.
Yeah, it's
do
just
you have a dog?
We do.
Okay, so let's say that you need to bathe the dog. It's not a time to take it to the groomer, get
Yep.
some mud on it or something.
Yeah.
I personally take the dog in the shower with me, but I
Okay.
wear like swim trunks or
Yep.
compression shorts. They think it's weird that I don't want to be naked.
With the dog, and like I'll go and bathe my dog while I take a shower.
Yeah.
Naked.
And we all get it done.
Yeah, I would say that I throw my dog in the pool,
Okay.
so I don't put him in the
Okay.
shower. But if I shower with him, I would probably wear shorts.
Thank you. Do you take baths?
You're gay.
I do not.
Okay. How about then? You probably just answered that. You ever sleep in an eye mask? Get full darkness?
No, definitely not.
Okay. Yeah, we're like betas. You're
Yeah, see, okay, keep going. I
That's
like
what we're
this.
learning.
Do you believe in ghosts?
No,
Okay, just a hard.
just
no.
a hard no.
We went on a ghost tour the other night in Albuquerque, and it was 2 hours. We lasted about 30 minutes.
Because there was ghosts.
No, because it's just the guy's
it's-
like, maybe there was a ghost here, and
Yeah.
you're like, okay, is that it?
Yes, no.
There's
I'm
not
a no.
much
I'm
to
a
it.
hard no.
Would you ever go skydiving?
No, but I would love to.
He's done like over 1,500
Have you?
times.
What? 1,500?
Yeah, he was in the X Games.
What?
This guy right here. Yeah.
That's like 15 a year over.
Why is he
150. I don't know the math, I'm sorry.
15 or 20 on a weekend.
Okay, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, yeah, you gotta nail a whole bunch of them.
You seem like skydive guy though.
I'm skydive guy.
Risk guy.
Yeah, I'd skydive. I'd bungee cord. I would
Hot air balloon?
I would hot air balloon.
Okay.
Like how happy are you with the new rules?
Ecstatic.
It feels
Well,
like
he led the
Beyond.
charge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just feel like you.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what you're gonna do.
I mean, we had to do something.
Yeah.
But the other option was no kickoff play.
Yeah.
Ball on the 25 for the offense. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. At that point, it's like we gotta figure
Kick it out of
something
the
out.
end zone every time.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is
Okay.
good.
So the last thing we have for you is a video. I can't recall how old it is. Maybe 8 to 10 years.
Okay.
Do you think he'd settle our hypothetical though?
That
Yeah.
would be up to you.
Let's try that.
Go ahead, I'm in.
I got one. If you had to date one of these ladies,
Okay.
they're both very, very attractive.
Yep.
One of them used to be 600 pounds.
Okay.
But she lost all the weight.
Yep.
One of them was homeless for 2 years. But now she's
You lost him.
on her feet and everything's
Okay.
going great. Which one do you date?
Both grinders.
I've never heard that one before, so that one got me stumped.
Both work.
That's all the information I have.
Yes, all the
But
information.
other than the fact that they're both equally very attractive and both
Beautiful.
well put together professionals,
Yeah.
you know they both had to grind to get to where they are,
Yeah.
which you respect.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
yeah.
it's a matter of which one are you more worried about having
Absolutely.
you
Maybe a
either revert
recurrence.
to
Yeah, yeah.
or
Yeah.
it's still in them somewhere? Because my thought was with the person who was unhoused for a while that you could be like at a nice restaurant, you're walking out and perhaps she sees someone that she knew and she's like, hey, Jimmy.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa. And they have like a secret handshake or something.
I'm actually gonna abstain from that answer.
You probably can't win with it.
Yeah.
So this is a video. Like I said, it's a commercial that
Okay.
aired maybe 10 years, 8 years ago from your boss.
Okay.
Do you think Jerry has ever performed like a rap verse or a rap video?
Oh, I'm sure for sure.
Okay, well, turns out none of the players have seen this, so I'm going to play it for you.
Really? Did that never make the air or something?
Oh, no. It was on every game locally.
No way.
You're probably busy.
You were probably
That must have been before I got here.
Well before.
Oh. Are you kidding? Wow. Can you send that to me?
If you want to show it at a meeting or something.
Yeah. I could probably YouTube it or something,
Yeah,
right?
it's on YouTube. Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
it. We just
That's
wanna show it
great.
to you.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, man.
Thanks
Guys, have
a
fun
lot.
this year.
Right on. Thanks.
Good to meet you.
Appreciate
Thanks.
you guys.
Yeah, I think the one thing that we didn't have in the video is he goes, well, that was different. Oh, my God.
Yeah, bro, that's who we are.
That's what we are, cutting edge.
Get with the dumb zone.
Great dude.
Yeah.
How much body fat does Fossil have?
It's got to be sub 5.
Boy, I should have asked him about
It's
the Fossil.
got to be sub 5.
Is he called Bones because he's skinny?
Yeah.
Not because his name is Fossil.
No, I think it works. Double entendre.
But certainly it started with being skinny. Because he is really, really skinny.
Tall guy, too.
Yeah.
He's like close to my height.
I thought he was taller than you. Is he taller?
Ridiculous.
But that was very Bill Maher of you.
Maybe.
Like, man, he's tall.
Get there one day.
Almost as tall as me. All right, well.
The Dumb Zone.
Yo, officer! Excuse me, vente aquí. You smoke crack tonight or something? Shh, it's gonna be fun. Yeah. Yo, could you help a brother out, man? We trying to get to Disneyland.
The two of you are on your way to Disneyland.
Yeah, this is my retarded friend. He's from Arkansas somewhere, and he wants to go to Disneyland. Why you want to go to Disneyland, man? Disneyland. See, it's Disneyland. He like, where? I love the way he says Disney. Say that again. Disneyland. He loves Disneyland.
You're listening to The Dumb Zone.
Oh, man. Yeah.
What movie's that?
That would be 1994's Bulletproof.
Was that before Happy Gilmore?
I think so, yeah.
Like before Adam Sandler blew up?
Yeah.
That movie was huge for me because it had the Water Boy in it and Major Payne.
Major Payne.
No puppet.
Why don't you pop your titty out of his mouth?
Never saw Major Payne, but that's Damon Wayans?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
My computer just popped up. This is how else I know how long I've been here. It just says no backups for 10 days.
Oh, no.
I did the backup right when I left. Do you guys?
No.
No. Are you backed up?
I don't because I don't.
What do you mean? I'm over backup guy.
Well, I just mean with the new, menu options out here.
Oh no,
on
I'm not
websites.
backed up. I'm right on. Everything's on pace. That's why I said that
Okay.
I'm gonna need to pull over early on Thursday.
Okay.
You're regular
Before you hit the
got
border.
I got a thing. I go to sleep at the same time. Wake up. Everything we try to do at the same time.
Sure, no doubt.
No, I don't keep anything on my computer. It's all in the iCloud. And so if this gets wiped or lost or whatever, I'll just download it from the iCloud.
Okay. Hey, am I allowed to say what bag I saw on the counter when I woke up this morning? I saw a bag from a fast food restaurant on the counter this morning when I woke up.
What was it?
Not me.
Okay, it was a Taco Bell bag, and I was like...
Oh, that was from last night.
I went to bed at like 11, and it wasn't there. It was 11 Dallas time.
Well, I mean, I left it on the counter. Yeah.
So, you went after I went to bed.
Well, I didn't drive.
What'd you do?
Had it delivered.
God, these kids these days.
And he was trying to shame me for not wanting a couple tacos at 10 o'clock at night.
At 10 California time?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
How were you up before me?
He was playing video games, and I was like, Blake, you want something.
I can't do that anymore, man.
I know. How can he?
I was up before all of you.
Oh,
he's up working out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting COVID.
Anywhere I can. Yeah.
Hey, he's here to ball out.
No doubt.
Blake has a little more sports for us today. We're going to call this Baseball Blake.
Ball Blake.
Do we have a song?
Nah. So, 2 quick things here. Thank you.
That works.
In the last edition of Baseball Blake, we introduced you to the new Rangers, Kenny Powers.
Yes.
But Mookie Betts is back for the Dodgers. He broke his hand, and he returned from the IL the other day.
You can't call it the DL because that uses the word disabled.
Yeah. Right. He returned for a series against the Brewers. Now, they were in Milwaukee, and I guess this is a major league thing, but where the away team stays when they play at the Brewers is an old...
Is he saying that funny?
Brewers?
That was better.
I can't... I have trouble
I can't
with
say that either.
Brewers.
It's like Rory, Brewer.
Brewery.
The Brewers.
I can never say brewery.
I can't... And when I had 40-liners for breweries, I would just not say it.
It's like Drury.
February.
You ever say it at the Drury Hotel?
February.
Yeah.
February.
They were playing Milwaukee, and where the visiting team stays, the hotel is believed to be haunted.
Ah, yes.
And coming off of our ghost tour trip, I'm now more convinced than ever that ghosts are not real.
Thank you.
Because those are the people that do believe in ghosts.
Yes. Recovering meth addicts.
Well, Mookie Betts doesn't believe ghosts are real, but in his words, he's not taking any chances. He gets an Airbnb and does not stay with the team because he will not stay in that haunted hotel.
Okay.
And I thought...
I think good pub for the hotel.
Why is this not more common?
So you made up most of those questions that we did that we're asking the players, and do you believe in ghosts is one of them.
You're saying me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that because you feel like the black man believes in ghosts? And Mookie Betts is, of course.
Yeah, and I think it applies to Latinos as well.
That there's a higher percentage of ghost belief in that community.
I do believe that, yeah. It hasn't, like, exactly hit out here in the way that I thought it would, but I do think that, like, growing up, my friends who were not white, their parents seemed to believe, like, way more in spirits.
I wonder what's the origin of that.
I don't know, but
it's there.
It's definitely something I observed. And that's not to say, like, I mean, to be frank, and for example, we were talking about my mom's or my wife's half-sisters yesterday, right? The one that went... Okay. Their mom, so my father-in-law's wife, who I suppose is my mother-in-law, but I don't really think of her that way, she goes and they're very Cajun. They're from down there. She goes and gets, like, palm readings. And chakra
like
crystal.
Regularly. That's
like church.
I also have trouble saying that word, regularly. Regularly.
It's you know, and to your point that you always bring up of, like, oh, this myth is more valid than that one.
Yeah.
Like, we just accept Christianity as, like, oh, that's the normal one.
Yeah.
But when I you know, she goes and gets her palm read, and she goes and gets her cards read and her chakras, and I'm like, that seems crazy. But then I'm like, well, my parents believe that this person came back from dead.
Yeah.
So that's not any more crazy than that.
Right. It's just not widespread accepted.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that it's, like, totally not white
What
people.
if the palm reading thing turns out to be the right...
I do think it's more popular in the South, though.
The palm reading?
And to your point, yeah. What if it turns out that that's the one way?
That is. And we all get up there and heaven or whatever, and they're like, oh,
should have had it read.
You didn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're out.
But I thought, why doesn't the superstar just stay where he wants anyway?
Every superstar?
Yeah, I don't know. Cowboys are playing in Kansas City. Dak doesn't want to stay at a beaten Kansas City hotel.
You know,
just give him a nice little whatever. Yeah, but all right. That's just like tradition. All that stuff can go away.
Yeah, but sometimes your employer will then say, well, this is our rule. to keep doing it. I don't know. I wonder if Dak ever did decide to.
That would certainly be the subject, though. Dak, not a team guy.
I mean,
What-
yes.
what does that matter?
If anybody would have done it, it would have been LeBron, right? And he didn't. But then you're also spending your own money to do that.
Maybe that's a better one. What if Luka, when they're in Sacramento, he just gets an Airbnb? Would you think that's weird?
Probably because those hotels are the most awesome thing you could ever
Yeah,
stay
they already
in.
have you at the Four Seasons. Where they have coconut water, right?
Yeah, and there's no make sure you wash your sheets and take out the garbage before you leave. Although I think our Airbnb is great because it does not do that. Like, do you do that on your Airbnb that you rent out?
What part?
Do you make people like, hey, will you put your sheets in the laundry and take the
No.
garbage out? Like,
No.
and then also charge a $250 cleaning fee? Like,
No.
wait, how does this all work?
Yeah, no, we don't do that. We will like kindly ask people like if you're leaving on one of the 2 trash days, like could you take it down there? But if they don't, it's not like we're like 1-starring them or anything like that, you know. The place that we stayed this weekend when we went to Disneyland, I was worried that they were watching us. I mean, they had cameras everywhere.
In the house?
Yeah.
Because
in
ours
and
has
out.
cameras outside.
They had both.
Because they're looking for us to do a Jake's Lake House bit, which we might on our last night.
Also, like
we should recreate that, dude.
Well, along those terms, I'm just going to say this. Potentially offensive. It's definitely 2 gay guys.
What's 2 gay guys that owns that Airbnb?
Yeah.
Ours?
No. Well,
Oh,
maybe.
the one you stayed in.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why is that offensive, and why would that matter?
It's just more of like, if you want to be like intimate, somewhere in the back of your mind, you're like, somebody's definitely put a man part in a man part up here. That's happened.
Well, that's probably every hotel room we've ever been in.
You would think so.
Well, it's twice as many stains.
Especially if you stayed in a hotel room I've been in, bro. And you're right.
That I was gonna say we should acknowledge how good of a point that was.
Yeah, that's a lot of cleaning. You should double the cleaning fee if it's gay guys.
So, let me say this though, real quick. If Dak left, would that be like the biggest sports story in the last like
oh my god
20 years?
That's why I want him to leave.
You mean leave for just staying in an Airbnb?
No. I mean,
you're
like,
saying as
like I'm
they
thinking
let
about it
Dak
a lot
walk?
now.
Like
yeah,
he-
I mean we're 2.5 weeks in.
Like he signs with the Raiders for $70 million a year.
Cowboys quarterback.
It would be great.
Second place.
Just because I want to see
MVP vote.
How
all
good?
pro.
How good is he with less of a supporting cast? Don't you want to know?
No.
I do. It'd be great.
Yeah.
I like
I mean,
having
Cooper
the
Rush went
Cowboys
3-1.
be good. Oh
Cooper
my
Rush
God.
could go 12-5
Cooper
or
Rush
whatever.
won, 4 games in a row.
Yeah, like
You tell me he can't go 12-5 and lose the first playoff game?
Okay.
For a lot less.
You know what we could do with that money?
But it like really would be.
By another mirror?
I don't even know like an NFL story like Favre comes to mind. But that was like he was washed, you know.
It was the very end of his career.
Yeah.
And they also had someone to
Waiting
step in.
4 years in. Tyreek Hill is a receiver who was 30.
Do you think Shadur is ready to step in?
Oh my God.
Or will it take
I think
more?
so. I think he's ready.
You think year one?
I can't even have a serious football conversation with you because of
No, I'm
the Sanders
serious.
family.
I am serious that would be kind of great. Just to see.
Yeah.
Like I want, in fact, all this player, really quarterback player movement has been pretty interesting to me over the past probably 4 or 5 years.
Dude, the first one?
Who?
It's Kirk.
Well, Cousins, certainly.
It's Kirk being a 4th-round pick and having RG3 in front of him and being like, dude, I can start anywhere. And then they gave him 3 for $90.
Right.
Fully G.
Right. We're going G now? Fully G?
Guess.
No, but the hypothetical of Matt Stafford is he that great? Is he Romo North? Blah, blah, blah. He got traded to the Rams, and all of a sudden he can win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But he couldn't win with Detroit.
But now we want to see it the other way.
Yeah, just the whole, I want hypotheticals answered. Like, what if he played, because we always say, why should quarterback wins be a stat?
Right.
And I think for some quarterbacks, they really can, like, different quarterbacks can affect things differently. Peyton Manning in his prime is absolutely, everything is revolving around him, and your team is going to be as good as him. But, Dak has never been thought of as a Peyton Manning or a Tom Brady. Tom Brady, excellent hypothetical settled.
Mahomes.
Is it Brady or Belichick? Well,
yeah, but I know
he did go to a pretty good roster, and all of a sudden he wins the Super Bowl. And without Brady, we've seen Belichick struggle mightily.
Yeah. Okay, second thing in
good sports question.
Yeah. We need to talk about Duran getting suspended from the Red Sox.
Oh, man.
So, do you know about this at all?
Did he say the F gay slur? The bundle of sticks? He called someone a British cigarette?
He did.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell from this audio, but let's just play it.
All right.
So that voice is from a heckler. He's saying, tennis racket. You need a tennis racket.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be easier to hit the ball with that.
Yeah.
Much
you
easier.
struck out 3 times today, Mr. Duran.
Yeah, he called him a...
Says shut up.
Yeah.
F and F?
Yeah.
Well, he got suspended for 2 games for this foul language. And everyone is kind of pointing at it's Boston. So when he gets back from this 2-game suspension, he's going to walk out to a curtain call.
Yeah, probably.
Where was that?
In Boston. He plays for the Red Sox. This was in Boston.
Oh, okay.
They were losing to the Astros 10-0.
Okay,
Mr.
so
Duran
he's
was having a
attacking
rough
one of his
afternoon.
own fans. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But it doesn't matter.
What do you mean?
I just mean that there's nobody in the crowd who's going to go see a Red Sox game who's like, I will no longer cheer for Duran. They're going to be like, that's awesome. That's how I talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's how...
Like, if you beat your wife, you're not going to get a curtain call.
Unless you...
Okay, perhaps.
How many in a row do you close out? Or how
But my
many home
point is
runs
just
did you
like,
hit?
to Blake's point, like, nobody up there thinks that's a big deal. And in fact, like, the thing that I thought was the weirdest part of this is it's just one of those times where the culture war has invaded so much of every part of our lives that we forget that, like, in sports people just talk this way. And now, like, the Today Show or whatever has to be like, do people still say the word F?
Right, is that...
It's like, yeah, they definitely do. And you know who says it the most? 23-year-old baseball players.
Yeah,
so he's suspended
hockey.
because
This has happened in hockey,
He's
too.
suspended because a Mike caught it.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Every single other
because they're
player,
all saying it all the time.
100%. The umpire probably says it.
Yeah. Just...
Your group chat has certainly got it going.
Just play a game online.
Yeah, exactly.
I would like you to record some of that someday.
Like,
I don't...
Talk to a kid from
Is that the dirtiest,
Iceland.
Oh, my gosh.
most PC, un-PC, whatever?
Even people who don't play video games are aware of the Call of Duty lobbies.
Yeah.
Because
the lobby is a...
It's a game, I think it's 6-on-6, so there are 12 people in there with mics, and before the game starts, you can talk to each other. And after the game is over, you can talk to each other. And it's just mayhem.
Ins,
oh, you're sniping, you...
Fs.
You know, whatever. Just...
Yeah, I've heard it.
And yeah, there's no police. I mean...
I'd be in there and say, "You, sir, should not do this. That was harmful."
Don't talk to me, you meanie.
That was hurtful to somebody.
But yeah, a baseball player.
Yeah, if this happened
Dude,
anywhere
come
else, it's I don't know. But just the fact that it's Boston, that's real rich. There's your update on baseball.
All right. Cool.
And Jake and I got to watch the Rangers blow one last night in
was tough.
Boston.
Against
That
who?
was tough.
The Red Sox.
Oh, okay.
They get swept? Pretty sure they did.
When I was getting my night water last night,
What you
Jake
shouldn't
is
do.
sitting there watching Mookie Betts do a post-game interview. I'm like, what are you doing? But I guess he was dreaming of Taco Bell and
Got to stay up.
how he'd certainly be doing that pretty soon.
Well, Merritt Street Media, that is Dr. Phil's North Texas-based TV network, has laid off more than a third of its employees.
Oh, no.
We were there. Oh, I was there. You weren't there.
I was not there.
Blake was not there.
Just you, George, TC, Blind Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, did
That
it
was
seem like a flourishing business while you were there?
Well, it seemed lavish. Like, I thought, wow. Like,
Yeah.
we're also starting up our own thing, and Dr. Phil's starting up his own thing. Let's see how they compare. And he's got, 50,000 square feet of, warehouse room, and he had a gift shop and a huge studio, and it was awesome. But, yeah, I guess, what did Dr. Phil? Probably has some investors behind it all.
Yeah.
But they laid off 30 people?
38. That is, like I said, a third of their staff.
That's biting off a lot more than you can chew.
And to that point, a lot of the people were recent hires, so they are not eligible for severance.
Dang.
So, they were like, hey, we're going to grow. Come on, come on, come on.
Yeah.
And then they fired 40 people that had been there less than 6 months.
Yeah, and you wonder, where did they come from? Did they have a good gig? And they thought, okay, let's ride the Dr. Phil
Yeah, that's like a...
comet tail.
Didn't we talk about, CNN Plus once upon a time? But there was a bunch of people that left other jobs, and it's like CNN has this, huge digital streaming footprint that they're going to put a bunch of money into, and 8 months in, it's like, well, you're all fired.
Yeah, that's where we didn't learn. If you're leaving a job, you should go somewhere with a contract.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're kind of secure on that.
Mm-hmm.
You live and learn.
Yeah. A man in Austin has started a GoFundMe. He's a teacher to help him afford somewhere to live other than his car. So this is a fourth grade teacher.
What kind of car?
Does it say?
I'll tell you what. I could lay in one of those Prosper Ford Bronco Sports for all day. All
And
night.
if you wanted to go electric.
That's right.
Yeah, the Mach-E.
Mm-hmm. So he parks at the school every night.
But I was thinking that Waymo can't kick you out.
Really? Can it drive you to the
What are they
police
gonna do?
station?
No. I'm going to call its bluff on that.
Okay.
What's going
So
to do?
just get one Waymo and then just stay there?
Yeah, what's it going to do?
And you're in California, you get squatters' rights.
Totally. It's my car now,
Totally,
bitch.
yeah. Totally. He says he parks at the school every night. Guess what I'm doing? Having my kid move classes.
If your teacher,
Was
if your
homeless.
kid's teacher was living in his car,
Yeah, can't do that.
Does this guy look like exactly what I
empathy.
think he does?
He looks like he LARPs.
is he hot? What's LARP?
Live action role playing. Like the movie Role Models.
Oh, okay.
So I've actually seen it with you once before. There's no way you remember this, but it was at Barktoberfest in Fort Worth.
Of course, he's got seat covers.
Were there people doing a medieval?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you recall?
Barely.
Yeah. There were people who had jousting equipment, that sort of thing.
Are you on board with role models?
The movie?
Yeah.
Never seen it.
Oh, it's very good.
Very good.
For real?
Yeah. McLovin's in it. The guy who had the dart shot in the neck of his animal is in it.
Sean William Scott?
Yeah.
Big fan.
Paul Rudd.
Oh.
Yeah, you'd like it a lot.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Put it on that list. Didn't you need a list? Hey, give me some movies I should watch next time I'm sitting around.
Yeah, I asked you that like 7 years ago.
I'm giving you one now.
Okay, I'll put it. I mean, I still have the notes.
It
so
took me that long to determine that.
I just wanted to like watch stuff that you liked.
I like that.
Let's watch it tonight.
Okay, I don't care.
Let's watch it right now.
The point is, this guy
Over Taco
is a
Bell.
teacher and he can't afford an apartment. Something about that, folks, is wrong.
Due to mistakes and bad luck, my debts are to the point I cannot afford to pay rent. Sounds like a YP.
You know, I think
I mean, the luck
instead
thing,
of Dak making 50 a year,
teachers.
I feel like this guy should make 50 a year.
You want to donate to this guy? My name is Bill Atkinson, also known as Babblin' Bill on TikTok.
All right, I'm out.
All right, I'm out.
Yeah. Heat-related deaths in Texas have tripled since 2018. We're up to 357.
Since
357?
Since when?
That accounts for 2023.
Wow.
And we are on a steady climb right now.
How many people are in Texas?
Dude, that's a great question. All right, nobody look it up. I'm going to say...
Wait, 8 million, then there's another 8.
Don't do it out loud. I'm going to say 50.
Wow, I was going to go 33. Is that low?
Phil? Phil says 35. You say 30. I say 50.
I said 33.
33. Robert? All right. Well, Blake?
Give me 40.
What do we got?
Wow. Dan's
30.03. Yeah, I said 30.03.
Yeah.
Solid.
There might be 33 now, because that was last year's census. A lot of people been doing it a lot.
It is like super weird.
Like
just
Brandon
being out
Aubrey
here.
might have had a kid. That'd go up.
Yep.
Tick it up a little bit. Yeah. The guy who cut my hair yesterday, he was like, I'll just do it.
Do it in his voice.
He's like, so it's hot? I was like, yeah, dude, it's hot all the time.
Like Texas?
Yeah. He's like, how you like the weather? I was like, I mean, how could I not? It's great, man.
He sounds a little too talkative for you.
No, you know what? He kind of got the deal pretty quickly. There was another white guy in there, old white guy, the only other white person there. And he was drinking, confusingly, like he had 2 beers. And he was very, very talkative, and they were kind of all focused and laughing on
At that guy?
At him, yeah. But the weird thing is like after I paid my guy, which had to be Zell, which you're used to at Main Street Barber, he just went back out to a car.
What does that mean?
Like, he walked out with me, and he just went and sat in a car. I'm like, do you work here, or was that like a...
So you walked in.
Yeah.
He wasn't one of the barbers there.
He was in there, and I was like, do you guys do walk-ins? And he was like, give me a minute. And then he walked to a car, and he was there for like 5 minutes, and I just stood outside. And then he came back up, and he was like, I'll get you. And then he cut my hair, and he walked back to his car. It was really weird.
Maybe this is the guy. Maybe he's a teacher as well.
Maybe he lives in his car. That's right. But yeah, I mean, people don't die from heat out here.
Is that verified?
It can't be.
But you die of earthquakes and
COVID.
What else they
because
got?
of Chinatown.
COVID, alligators.
I don't think alligators.
No?
No.
Piranha? No piranha out here?
I would bet no.
Sharks?
Definitely.
How about sharks? Could you die from a shark?
All right, there's your news.
That's it?
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's all you get.
Oh, okay. Wait. Oops. Huh?
The Dumb Zone News. Like and subscribe. Here's Jake.
The Dumb Zone presents Today in History.
All right. Well, I'll give you a good one since Jake wanted to mail that in. We have Tuesday, August 13th. Dateline, Tuesday, August 13th. We are out at Cowboys training camp, trying to bring you comprehensive coverage On this day in 1914, the first bus line in the United States was created when Carl Wickman began Greyhound in the great state of
Illinois. Ohio.
Where would you want to leave?
Ohio.
Minnesota.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough.
It's like, we need a way to leave here.
Do you know where it went?
Not there.
It just departed.
It just left.
Yeah. Just drive that way. Fine.
On this day in 1932, Adolf Hitler rejected the post of vice chancellor of Germany. Apparently, like, he didn't win the election, and they said, look, you could be vice, and he said no.
It's like Dirk at the Western Conference Finals.
Wouldn't take the trophy.
Right.
It said he would hold out for all or nothing.
Yeah.
And now you know the origin
of the Amazon
HBO
series.
or Amazon, whatever.
Yep. Trying to help you.
On this day in 1961, the East German government closed the border between the east and the west section of Berlin with barbed wire fence to discourage further population movement to the west. 2 days later, work began on the Berlin Wall. And then 28 years later, in 1989, they dismantled the Berlin Wall.
On the day?
Huh? I don't know if it was on the day. Maybe. That'd be cool, I guess.
I don't know.
Like they were ready
Curious.
2 days before, and they're like, let's wait.
Yeah, but like stuff like that happens all the time, right?
Do you feel like people were pissed, though, like they were with the ballpark in Arlington? Like, we just built this thing. It was only 28 years ago. You want us taking it down now?
It took us a long time, yeah. Don't worry. The XFL Nazis can play there.
On this day in 1972, Billy Martin at this time, this is pre-Rangers stint, he was the Detroit Tigers manager, and they were terrible.
Okay.
So Billy Martin did a bit where publicly, I guess in front of, the scribes, the reporters at the game, pregame, he pulled the lineup out of a hat. He put 9 names in a hat, or all his players, I guess, and they were just playing so bad that he said, okay, this guy, okay, he's batting first, he just did it like that.
Outcome?
They beat the Indians 3-2.
Okay.
They had lost 4 games in a row. So position, it was just like, I've got shortstops, and if I pull you, you're batting first. It didn't matter. If you were the 4th hitter, you're still batting first. In the second game, it was a doubleheader.
Oh, no.
He went back to the regular lineup, and they lost 9-2.
That's awesome.
What if he would have done that every game for the whole year? They would have been undefeated.
162-0.
On this day in 1980, Todd Rundgren. You know who that is?
Hello, it's me.
Okay. Jake knows.
Yeah.
Many do, Blake. You can look it up later.
Can I give you a tip?
A Todd Rundgren note?
Was it Daryl's house? I bet Rob would know that.
Or his other brother, Daryl.
The guy from Hall & Oates.
What about it?
His episode with Todd Rundgren is amazing. Like, he has, like, a house in Maui or something.
I don't know what you're saying. What is Daryl's house?
Are y'all going to tell me who Todd Rundgren is?
He's a songwriter. Daryl's house was a deal that Daryl Hall did at his house in either Maui or Malibu.
Like a YouTube show or something?
I think it was on that thing that Cuban used to own. Was it called Access? AXS?
Don't know.
Yeah. And it was just like a jam session.
And it was great?
It was so good. And I remember one with Todd Rundgren that was...
Will you write that down, Blake? Maybe I'll watch it. While you're looking up Todd Rundgren.
Do you not remember Access?
No. I remember HD TV.
I believe that is what became of it.
Or the HD channel.
HD it was like UFC and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, because I think Cuban gave us like
a free...
an HD TV for the studio or something way back when. And the only thing that would air on this channel was like a old English castle or something.
Just over and over.
Yeah, but it was like a aerial shot, and it was very, crisp and clear. Anyway, on this day in 1980, Todd Rundgren, we're back at Todd Rundgren, now at his house in Woodstock, New York, was invaded by 4 masked men. I also can't say the word masked.
Okay.
Masked.
Double consi.
Masked. Anyway, his house is invaded. Rundgren, his girlfriend, and 3 house guests were bound and gagged while they stripped the house of valuables.
Oh, no.
That'd be something.
Well, I mean, I think the first thing is you have to have some valuables, which
Right.
I do not have.
No.
Other
I
than
could
my
probably take,
swag.
Yeah, your Frankel and Frankel shirt.
Sure. No doubt.
On this day in 1986, USFL standout Herschel Walker signed a contract with the Dallas Cowboys for an estimated $5 million over 5 years.
Wow. I'd play for free.
That contract still remains the highest, the biggest contract in NFL history.
Do you
he
know
was
what-
playing for Trump's New Jersey Generals.
What's funny about that is that's definitely just like a Scaramucci-style blip on the radar, right? Like, you're never going to remember that Herschel Walker, 20 years from now, if you're still alive.
Nearly won an election.
I know, very closely. Won, like, a senior senator position in Georgia. But I'm just saying, like, when you think back on the Trump era, there's going to be so many, like, Season 3, Season 4 players.
He almost beat, like, a pastor. who
Yeah.
was, like, he's the most.
Yeah.
That was fun, though.
Raphael
the audio
Warnock.
for a little bit.
Win.
Wasn't that audio fun?
We're going to send, good air.
On this day in 1997, the animated series South Park debuted on Comedy Central.
Damn, struck a fear in every suburban mom's hearts.
Yeah, like, oh, remember how you were all worried about The Simpsons?
Yeah.
And Eat My Shorts?
Yeah, well, what if...
Well, here we go.
Yeah. No, my mom was very afraid of South Park. That was a dad's weekend bit.
Yeah, that's great. See, that's the reason to get divorced. You wouldn't have those great memories if they were stayed married.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. So we should all get divorced.
Moving together.
Hip hip!
Hooray.
Thank you. Birthdays today. Former Dallas star Marty Turco is 49. He might be their current ambassador of fun.
Seems like it.
He's got a bar in Left Field Airport.
Really? Really? Really?
Yeah, baby.
Current Cowboy Osa Odigizua is 26.
UCLA.
Born in Dayton, Ohio.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, for sure, baby.
Why did
Yeah.
you want to go to UCLA then?
When you could just stay here.
Yeah, baby. I'm in Dayton, baby.
Oh, yeah, for sure, baby. Yeah.
It's not baby. It's baby.
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 Oh, yeah, for sure, baby. Yeah.
Baby.
Like, do you look back and hate yourself, like, every step of the way?
10 minutes ago.
Okay, even today?
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know it would be that close.
Yeah.
David Faraday is 66.
Do you think my voice is bad now?
Been through a lot, that guy. Also a live guy. Excuse me.
And he was really an anti-live guy.
He was, like most of them.
Till they had a pile of money.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you know what? I mean, look, someone else is going to do the job if I
I'm
don't.
like, dude, I hate the freak.
That's right. Former Cowboy Sherman Williams is 51.
Dude.
Paint?
No, but very confusing as a child. I would
Oh,
give
yeah.
you that. You almost babied right there.
Me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure, baby. Yeah.
How did
Still
you?
got oh, yeah.
How'd you knock that out?
How'd
you
I
just-
stop, baby? I don't know.
He had to get a baby patch.
Did one day you realize, boy, I say this a lot. I gotta stop.
I don't know. When
Into a
you
baby pouch.
just went to, I guess I moved to Dallas because that was right before the Dallas era.
Baby group therapy.
I started saying y'all instead.
No,
Oh, yeah, for sure, y'all.
Oh yeah, y'all.
on Williams, that was definitely maybe this happened with Aikman too, but there was a period of time, maybe like 5 to 8 years. Sorry, the two of you are roasting me over my Papa John's recollections. So any
Boy, he really listens to the comments.
establishment
He's
of
so
time.
soft now.
I know, he's so sensitive.
There were so many guys. Troy Hambrick fit into this, where after Emmett, you're like, Oh, got another one.
Dude, Troy Hambrick, I think, went to Jerry.
Fuck it.
Wanted more carries over Emmett.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we had we had him on
Yeah.
at camp, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I went to Jerry."
Yeah. But it was the same way. It was the same way with Aikman. There was like 3 or 4 guys at each position.
Right.
Where we're like, oh, definitely, just refill it.
Yeah.
And then you learned that
Hey man, that guy was actually really good.
it doesn't work that way.
Former Ranger Colby Allard is 28.
Don't know it.
Colby with a K.
He was here like last year, wasn't he?
Are you talking about Kay Allard?
A couple years.
A couple years ago?
We had him from the Braves, maybe?
Shut up.
I don't remember.
Andre Thornton is 75. He is Cleveland Indian grade of my youth.
Okay.
A big power hitter.
I couldn't stop thinking about Dan saying the 94 Indians would have won the World Series when they weren't even winning their own division.
Yeah. It came up in my mind last night as well. Yeah. But simulation wise,
they would have gotten hot.
They
you
were
didn't
right
understand.
They were at the front of the
strength
rotation.
Of schedule. They had gone through the toughest part of their schedule.
Right. It
They
was
had
tilted.
cupcakes on the way in.
Yeah.
Yep.
The White Sox were
Momentum.
Yep.
Back then, 538 had them as a 98%. You guys are just showing how much sports you don't know. DeMarcus Cousins is 34.
Damn, Boogie.
I think he's dominating in China or something.
Remember, though, a couple years ago, like, Golden State got him, and we were like, damn, that's not fair. Like, he was on a rebound, he was coming back, and like, oh, no.
It was more than a couple, if we're going to call out my Papa John's thing. But
Boy, he's really remembering every single thing we say.
I like the guy. I was always a big fan.
Ever since he threw that ball at Chris Paul.
That was cool. Yeah. The Kings went like 18-7 one year, right when Vivek bought the team. And Mike Malone was their coach. Is he still the coach of the Nuggets?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Mike Malone was their coach, and then Boogie got viral meningitis, which can, like, kill you.
I hope you don't have that.
And then they missed, like, he missed, like, 50 games, and they fired Mike Malone. Who's now, like, an NBA champion because Vivek had a brilliant idea to have his
Dude,
kids
I read
play
that,
4-on-5.
read that book
Gladwell.
about how his Little League team was doing great.
With Chris Paul Jr.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
They're like, oh no, it's because they
strategy.
Yeah. Elvis Gerbach is 54.
You know what? I think you can look this up, Blake. I think one time he was very randomly selected as the sexiest man alive by People magazine. And he was like a mid-tier NFL starter.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember like him being as surprised by it as we were. Yeah.
How do I get on that list?
You're on my list.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Dave Jamerson is 57.
Hit
I
me.
bring him up for one person, me. He went to Ohio University when I was there, and he was great. He was the Ohio University all-time leading scorer and everything. I once played in a pickup game with him. It was amazing. The 15th overall pick in the 1990 NBA draft.
How'd it go?
Not well.
Oh. Well.
He was there for a couple years. I think he got picked by the Heat, traded to the Rockets, and then really never. I think he averaged 4 points a game, something like that.
Got picked?
What are you going to do? Betsy King, 69. Women's Golf Hall of Famer.
Why?
Probably a low bar. I don't know. 'Cause she I don't know. I don't have a joke here. High wire aerialist Philippe Petit is 75.
Wow, okay. That's Man on Wire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still alive.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw this one on the list. I thought, do I recognize this name? Like, I have this list of 250 birthdays that I will scroll through in the morning.
You guys just don't know his grind.
Once you get past, like, 50, it's few and far
it all
between, but
looks
it's
the
like,
same.
you know what? You never know when Cody or Kobe or Garrett or somebody from Dude Perfect, they'll be down, like, in the 180s or just somebody. So this one was like at 230, and I'm like, oh, once I looked at the Wikipedia page, I'm like, Jake definitely knows this name.
Hit me.
No one else will. Valerie Plame is 60.
Damn, dude, that was a big deal.
See?
That was a big deal at the time.
But I'll bet no one else knows who she is.
She was a CIA undercover op. And she was somehow, like, outed in, it was either the New York Times or the Washington Post accidentally outed her because her husband was also in the agency. And she was, I believe, still in the field when they like, released her name. And she was very much in danger and very much hot.
The Plame affair.
Yeah, it was a big deal. I can't remember his name.
It feels like the years I looked at it, it looked like the years that Jake was probably most politically...
yeah, it was like 04
the highest
to
political T.
07, something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dude, I think I've told you guys this before, but I did like the CIA questionnaire online.
I don't know what that means.
It's like you would go to your advisor. I suppose it was like mostly people that were in political science. And there's like a job fair, right? And they're like, these are things you can do, like diplomatic relations, etc. And one of them was the CIA.
Like you might, like maybe I'll work for the CIA someday.
I thought it was super, super interesting.
Boy, what if he does now? And we
well,
don't
here's
know
the
it?
thing. Well, you would know it because I'm a leaky vessel.
You're okay.
Yeah. But the application actually said something to the effect of, like, don't tell anybody. Like, are you swearing that you won't tell anybody that you apply for this? And I'm like...
Is there a statute of limitations on that? 'Cause you're telling us now.
I didn't hit go.
Oh, you were
No,
afraid.
I was like, there's no way I can do that.
Oh, okay, you knew
and
yourself.
I spoke to my advisor, and I was like, is this, like, for real? Like, you can't tell your parents? They were like, you can't tell anybody.
So you were honest
and
enough
I had,
to,
like, a
to not do it.
decent enough grades to where I think I could have gotten in, and they were like, well, this is, like, a very major step in this.
You just knew that you wouldn't be able to.
No chance.
Damn.
No chance.
How cool would that be if Jake was a CIA guy? See, but he'd have to tell us this if he was.
Right. As
he
a
would
cover.
use that exact thing of,
Yeah.
I just knew I couldn't.
Right. Leather jacket, that's right.
Danny Bonaducci is 65. From the Partridge Family. You ever hear of that? Don't worry about it.
Probably at some point. I don't
Actor
know.
Debbie Mazar is 60. You'll recognize her from Entourage. She was also had a little piece in Goodfellas.
Boy, Bob and Dan got so into Entourage.
I don't think I ever got out of it. I'm on board. I thought I heard recently there might even be another movie. I'm like, huh.
Oh, this was
There was a movie?
This was the mean lady in Beethoven.
See, we all know her from different places.
Pretty much.
John Slattery, actor, is 61. You know him very well. Roger Sterling.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
He's awesome. And I love this. I love why I think of this name. It's because of you.
Okay.
Or when I see any name like this. But the name right now is U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen is 78.
I mean, that's a place to see and be seen.
That's what I wrote here. So she may be seen at a Redskins game.
Yeah.
When Norm did his... You want to tell? It's your bit, but I think of it every time I read, like, whatever.
Yeah.
Western District
So
something.
obviously, like, the funniest part of the Norm Pat Summerall bit is that Norm confused where Pat was calling a game the week before. He thought it was in Washington. And, of course, the famous moment is when Pat says, well, we were in Jacksonville. But to me, like, the second layer funniest part about it is that Norm's like, you were in Washington, the place to see and be seen. Like, it's New York.
Who do you run into?
Who do you run into?
Like
Who
a
do you-
Lakers game.
And I think he said, like, who do you rub elbows with? And I was always like, oh, man, yeah, it's, Secretary of State Colin Powell.
Right. There's U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen.
Janet Yellen, yeah. Like, nobody thinks of Washington,
Yellen.
D.C. to be like a place where you run into celebrities. It's like,
Right.
oh, look, it's Minority Whip Lenny Stoyer.
Like Pat was about to reel off
Oh,
that.
you don't even know, dude. Last night we were at 4 or 5 lobbyists from the Heritage Foundation. It's like that's just a very norm moment.
Born on this day, now dead, Fidel Castro.
Definitely had a shirt.
Ben Hogan.
Car accident?
They put a mask on his statue in 2020.
Ben Hogan?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's
outside
awesome.
Colonial.
I think he had the car accident mid-career, right? And then came back.
Was it him or was it
majors.
another Fort Worth guy?
No one really knows. There's no way to tell. Alfred
Yeah.
Hitchcock and Bill Masterton. You guys remember that name? Don't look it up.
I know it, but why do I know it?
You know it because he's the NHL's only ever on-ice fatality.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
And he has his number retired by the Stars, so I actually went looking him up like, oh.
Must have had a great career.
He was like a rookie. It was like his 40th game.
What could have been.
What could have been,
And
that's right.
you get your number retired, though.
If you
die. Yeah, by just the chance of... So either, score 50 goals a year, have a Hall of Fame career, be the face of the franchise,
yeah.
All that kind of stuff like Madonna, or...
It always comes back to Mo.
Get hit in the temple with... I think also it precipitated, that was one of the main reasons we have helmets now. It still took 15 more years before they actually, made it mandatory. But at that time, that was sports talk of the day was, see, it's dangerous. Eh, man.
I realize I'm talking to, and maybe Rob can help with this some. I realize
You
I'm
think
talking
they went
to
that way with it?
Like a complete...
What?
No, they did.
What a pansy he is. Gets hit in the head with a puck and he dies.
Nah, the blood...
Doesn't deserve to be out there.
No, the blood was too much.
My heroes don't die on the ice.
I realize I'm talking to a couple people who are never interested in doing anything physically demanding ever again. But, I do like playing hockey. And I do like ice
He
skating.
wants us to play hockey with him?
But my thing is, I feel like it's the most dangerous sport if you're not good at it.
I don't know, because you don't move very fast.
I know, but you fall a lot.
Yeah.
Whereas, if you fall in basketball, flag football, softball, even adult league baseball, what's the worst thing that could happen? Somebody hit you with a pitch? I think super fast skaters are less likely to cause injury than super clumsy slow skaters.
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
never felt in danger of getting injured when I was playing the great game because everybody else was me as well.
Charity challenge.
Charity challenge, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, NHL players, they don't get hurt by blade because they don't fall.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Died on this day, still dead. John Marriott.
Marriott.
The founder of Marriott Hotels.
Marriott.
Jack Ryan. He invented...
Isn't that the books?
Is that a thing?
Reacher? Or Reacher books?
Jack Ryan invented not only the Barbie doll.
What a creep.
It's super creep.
He invented Hot Wheels.
Okay.
Just got to get from A to B.
Balance it out.
Are Hot Wheels still a thing?
Yeah, I mean, they're not really called that.
There's there's knockoffs.
Do you guys set up a track and...
Yeah.
But Brooks's is Cars themed, so you can send Lightning McQueen through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Why is everything so commercial?
It's what he likes.
Why couldn't it be Grapevine Ford themed?
Do perfect.
More pure.
If Chaz makes one, we'll buy it.
Mickey Mantle died on this day. He died here in Dallas. And on this day in 2016, Kenny Baker, who played R2-D2 in Star Wars.
Is that the little robot?
That's the little robot.
And
That's awesome.
Was today in history.
You want on your team if that's replicated into the regular season.
One more day here at Cowboys camp, and we will be in a tent, possibly streaming live
Will Jake be here for that?
Possibly not. I'm not sure.
Why would I not be?
I didn't know when
You
your
don't
flight
sound
left.
great. Yeah, when's your flight? Like today?
It's the day after, so we're all going to be together tomorrow and tomorrow evening.
Okay.
I was hoping for a quad hot tub situation, all four of us.
He tried last night.
Yeah.
First, he hands me this drink that was like cloudy.
Yeah.
He said it was water, but I saw he had
On
some
Earth?
powder. And then all of a sudden, he hands me this cloudy drink. He's like, no, come in the hot tub with me, man. It'll be great.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't drink it. So then he moved on to you.
Yeah.
I drank it, and I don't remember what happened after that.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
for the
I just saw
best.
you walking around with your
You were holding something.
Your shirt was buttoned weird. It had the wrong button. Just a little date rape humor.
Wobbling through the living room.
It's like,
I wish.
why am I walking funny?
Like I could
Does his voice sound...
inflict a
You're
wobble.
listening to The Dumb Zone.
It's pretty close.
Give me one of these.
The Dumb
Yeah.
Zone.
Yeah.
The
Pretty
Dumb
close.
Zone. The Dumb Zone. The Dumb Zone.
The Dumb Zone.
The Dumb Zone.
The RV. The DZRV.
Nice. Yeah, give us a couple of those.
Here we are with Phil the Hollywood P1, Dan McDowell, Blake Jones, Rob Chickering, and our driver Matt on the DZRV.
So, Phil the Hollywood P1 said he has a gift.
Okay.
Well,
And it doesn't mean like something he does well.
No,
He
not
doesn't
at all.
have one of those.
But, no, I have no gifts like that. But through the last days, weeks, months, years, you guys, even today, talking about the standing versus sitting, I got you the greatest night light ever. You put this in your toilet, and it makes a rainbow through 16 colors. Now, when you get to red, your toilet looks possessed. But other than that, these things
So, like
are the
every
greatest.
time you sit down, it's going to be a different color?
Yeah, as long as the lights are
Wow.
off. It just emulates out of there. It's the greatest nightlight ever. You don't have to turn anything on. But I figured this was perfect for the two of you. And
So
this
your wiener will be green.
That's right. And this is the two-pack.
That's right.
Or it might be
Oh.
yellow. Well, see, there's all the colors it makes.
Yes, the rainbow has lots of
That's
them.
right. So
Fantastic.
Yeah.
enjoy.
You know what I've missed? Closing remarks.
I know, right?
Usually it's like just us
It's a
and
nice
we peter out.
punctuation. Yeah.
Yeah. Phil, how was your experience here in the DZRV?
Well, a lot of fun to see how the sausage was made. Think how you got from where you were on day one to here is pretty amazing.
Incrementally.
Yeah.
Day one of
Possibly.
the trip or day one of like doing
the podcast.
The potty?
I think you're now almost like your previous show, but kind of on steroids because you got video. You can do embedded advertising instead of having to stop for 20-minute commercial breaks.
Boring.
Every 15 minutes. And off you go. Plus, you can go wherever you want with it. Say whatever you want. It's pretty great.
This guy.
Oh, dude, I'll say anything.
Ooh, they're rapping practice.
All right.
Adios, mofo.
We gotta go before this becomes a zoo.
Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe and type for my name if you want to watch more of my videos.
Here we go. You see me in the bed and fight for honey on yourself. You see me in the bed and fight for honey on yourself. You see me in the bed and fight for honey on yourself. Honey on yourself. Honey on yourself. You see me in the bed and fight for honey on yourself. You see me in the bed and fight for honey on yourself. You see me in the bed and fight for honey on yourself. Honey on yourself. Honey on yourself. You see me in the bed and fight for honey on yourself. You see me in the bed and fight for honey on yourself. You see me in the bed and fight for honey on yourself. Honey on yourself. Honey on yourself. You see me in the bed and fight for honey on yourself. You see me in the bed and fight for honey on yourself. You see me in the bed and fight for honey on yourself. Honey on yourself. Honey on yourself. You see me in the bed and fight for honey on yourself. You see me in the bed and fight for honey on yourself. You see me in the bed and fight for honey on yourself. Honey on yourself. Honey on yourself. You see me in the bed and fight for honey on yourself. You see me in the bed and fight for honey on yourself. You see me in the bed and fight for honey on yourself. Honey on yourself. Honey on yourself. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
No puppet.